Owasso Ram football on the Owasso Sports Network is presented by the following sponsors: Trails Inn Barbecue, Sooner Mobile X-Ray, All Things Cake, 918 Doco, Tulsa Tech, Big Biscuit, 918 Family Wellness, Raising Cane's, Capstone Roofing, Robertson Tire, Charlie's Chicken, Keith 2 Hometown Insurance, Nothing Bundt Cake, Jersey Mike's, Tulsa Accident Care Center, Restoration Chiropractic, Waldo's Chicken, First United Mortgage, Shields, Maury Funeral Home, Brew Coffee, Oklahoma's Credit Union, Jim Glover Auto Family, Ascension St. John, Tulsa Bone and Joint, St. Francis, Eagle Window Tent, First Bank of Owasso.
Halloween night at Owasso Stadium. One final time in the regular season under the lights for the 6-2 Owasso Rams, and this one comes with a little extra magic in the air. For these seniors, it's one last chance to soak up the Friday night lights. Only tonight, they shine through a spooky October haze. It doesn't get much bigger than this, because a win tonight means a district championship and a treasure chest of postseason perks. But standing in the way of Owasso's Halloween celebration are the Norman North Timberwolves, and these Wolves are hungry. After starting 4-1 on the season, they've dropped 3 straight and are desperate to claw their way back into playoff contention. This matchup has a history of being downright frightening for defenses. Since 2017, Owasso is 8-0 against Norman North, averaging 78 combined points per game. Last year's thriller was an absolute monster of a matchup, with 118 combined total points. And both teams bring plenty of offensive firepower again tonight. For Norman North, it's Washington commit Mason James and big play standout Ben Kolar, who holds 14 Division I offers. For the Rams, Jaden Hall has rushed for more than 1,300 yards and 18 touchdowns, supported by a trio of electrifying receivers, Noah Hill, Tay Bethel, and Julius Wilson. With both offenses capable of haunting the scoreboard, this one may come down to who can exercise a stop on defense. The Rams believe their unit can do just that, allowing just 13 points per game during their 6-game win streak. Owasso has dominated this series, holding a 10-2 all-time record and 7 straight wins over Norman North. And tonight, they're looking to wrap up their 4th consecutive perfect October. Fitting for a Halloween night where history, atmosphere, and championship stakes collide. A win would mean back-to-back district titles, a first-round bye, and a home field advantage in round 2. The kind of treat that makes all the tricks along the way worth it. It's senior night. It's Halloween. And the Owasso Rams are ready to make this one unforgettable.
Hi, this is Ray Adcock with Christian Brothers Automotive in Owasso. This year marks 13 years since we opened the doors for business. You see, our family lives in Owasso, we own a business here, we attend church here, and all 4 of our kids have gone to school here. We live in this community too, and we fully expect that we'll see our customers again at the grocery store, at a local restaurant, or at a Friday night football game. We have a built-in accountability system to our customer base because we also do life in Owasso. So thank you for letting us serve your family by servicing your family car.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it loving others. Spend it knowing you're loved. Spend it nourishing your body. Spend it strengthening your soul. Spend it planning out every little detail. Spend it knowing you're part of the bigger plan. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
At Jersey Mike's, they slice your order fresh right in front of you. And let me tell you, watching that can send a rush of emotions through a person. Excitement, impatience, baby-like wonder, indecisive, anticipatory chewing, nervous pacing, happy claps, and finally, jealousy, because that's this guy's sub. I should order one. Good idea. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
We're moving along in the First United Mortgage pregame show and welcoming in the head coach of the Owasso Rams, Bill Blankenship, who's coming off a sound 42-8 victory over the Edmond Santa Fe Wolves. Coach, well, welcome back in and congratulations on the late night victory on Thursday night.
Yeah, that was a wild one. Crazy lightning delay over 2.5 hours. The only thing that make that even harder is to not get a win after it. So I'm really proud of our guys to adapt, to adjust emotionally and kind of put everything on hold, and thankful to our strength coach and trainers and athletic administration. You know, they ran to Costco and got us some snacks for the boys, because a lot of people don't realize, I mean, it's probably been almost 6 hours since you had a pregame meal.
Right.
And so trying to get some energy back to them. And so it takes a village, and we're very thankful and blessed at Owasso that we got a great village.
Yeah, that's it's an interesting situation because it's kind of an all hands on deck type deal. You've got, you just get done with warm ups, national anthem happens, and then you immediately go in for a delay. You don't know how long it's going to be. It ends up being 2.5 hours.
Right.
What is the mindset? How do you get the guys, or how do you keep the guys in game time mode, or do you let them relax for a little bit when you realize it's going to be a longer delay? What are the logistics of something like that?
Well, good question. Part of it is having good enough applications, weather apps, and the information we're getting. The reason we didn't go out and start the game is we were about 12 minutes away from the storm hitting.
Right.
And so they knew even if we got started, we'd be coming back in within just a couple of minutes of starting the first half. So I thought that was a good decision. So then it became we're just trying to figure out how long it's going to take that storm to get through the Oklahoma City area, Edmond area. And by the rules that we all follow under is a lightning strike within 10 miles. You're going to wait 30 minutes every time you have one of those. And so you could kind of have a little idea that, man, we're going to be in here for probably at least an hour when you start looking at it. And so I challenged our players to just get back and relax, start listening to their music again, kind of get back to a little bit of the relaxed kind of game mode. And then it dragged on and on. Now you get closer to 2 hours, and every time that lightning strikes, you see the clock go back 30 minutes.
Right.
And then somewhere about 9 o'clock, we started getting a little window. It had been 5 minutes since we'd had a lightning strike. Then it had been 7 minutes. And so we got about 15 minutes away, and I went to our guys. And we've had great communication from the officials and the administration. And they're going to give us about 15 minutes to warm up when we get out. So we knew that. But then just getting with our players and saying, all right, we're 10 minutes from going out now. Now let's, all the talk and all the chatter, everything that we've gotten relaxed about, let's get back in game mode. Let's see if we can get our game face on and be ready to start as soon as we're out there.
Yeah, and the great equalizer is the other team has to deal with the exact same thing as you. And
yes, sir.
This one kind of followed a similar storyline of some other games we've had this season. It was tight early on, but Owasso was able to create some space toward the end of the first half. We talked about it at breakfast this Wednesday at Trails and Barbecue. Mm-hmm. That last sequence of drives to make it a 2-score ball game, I believe, was really important, and you were very happy with the way that turned out.
I absolutely was, because it was so much. A lot of times coaches on TV, they talk about complementary football, getting your defense and your offense and special teams to all play together. And that last stretch that you talked about was really a beautiful thing for us because we were less than 2 minutes and we had to punt the ball. We do a great job. Noah hits a nice roller and Peyton LeGrand downs it on the 1 yard line. We take the field defensively, and I've got 3 timeouts left, and we're able to use 2 of those. They throw a pass incomplete, so we're able to keep a timeout. But then the cool thing is we force them a 3 and out, having to punt from their own end zone. So we wind up taking the ball back, I think, around the 40-yard line or 35-yard line, something like that. Less than a minute and 1 timeout. And this is one of those situations we work a lot, but I was so happy, man. We handled the clock. We threw the ball. The receivers got out of bounds. We executed the clock play to spike it, just to save a timeout. And little by little, we go down and get the score. And that's just one of those things where you go, hey, great kicking game. Defense 3 and out, and then the offense goes and answers on a 1-minute drill. And I really do. I'm a high fiver on that deal, man. That's a lot of fun.
Well executed on all 3 phases of the ball. It was like we mentioned, a pretty tight game in the first half, but you feel a lot better going into halftime with a 2-score lead. And then if you look at the entire body of work from the defense, Coach, they were dominant. They played 60 snaps and allowed just 165 yards. Which is really tremendous. I don't care who you're playing. That's tremendous.
Right. We're playing really good defense right now. And, we're going to get tested tonight, but I don't want to go past it without really bragging on our guys. We're really growing. We're learning how to play excellent defense. The one scoring drive they had on the second series of the game included 3 15-yard penalties that we committed the infraction. I mean, it wasn't, I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just saying those were mistakes we made. And once we cleaned that up, they were having a hard time getting yardage on a regular basis.
Yeah, I think only 2 penalties in the second half alone. A couple of guys that really stood out to me. Christian Turner earned his single digit again. Zeron McGill had a big interception, which was really cool. And then obviously, Jaden Hall offensively, 200 yards on 10 yards a carry and 4 touchdowns. I mean, you can't ask for much more from the kid.
No, our offensive line's doing a great job of getting him started, but he had 4 touchdown runs where, the last, third of the run was him running away from people.
Yeah.
We block it to a point of contact, and then he just puts on the jets, and he's really a tough out for the defense, and our offense is playing well enough to protect him. And then if the defense is getting us the ball back as quick as they have been, it makes us a pretty dangerous team right now.
Yeah, no doubt. And, one other thing before we move on, Coach, that we talked about at breakfast was the RPO. And Drew Frankenfield has really executed the RPO. He's become a master at it.
Yep.
Can you explain why that's so effective against defenses at this level? I mean, obviously you've got multiple choices that you entrust your quarterback with. What makes Drew so effective, and why is it so hard to defend against if you're going up against something like that?
Well, Drew's in his second year as a starter, and that's one thing. I mean, if you think about it, he played 13 games last year. He's gotten 8 so far this year. I mean, he's into double digits, 20s as far as starts. So the game is starting to slow down. And what defenses try to do is to get extra defenders in to stop the running game, because we've been very efficient in the running game. Well, if your quarterback can see it well and you have a good design, then it really allows the quarterback to kind of play keep away. You bring a guy in the box, he throws it out to a receiver that's one-on-one. You keep the receivers out. You try to get coverage with safeties and linebackers, then there's not enough in the box to stop the run game. And so they're late there, and you're getting chunks of yardage. So it sounds simple, but you're doing all of it as you've called the snap count, as you're watching it into your hands, and still allowing yourself to see the field with peripheral vision. And you can't do it until you get experience, and he's handling it really well.
Yes, he is. He's doing a great job with it. And Coach, let's move to tonight. We're hosting Norman North with a chance to clinch a district title.
Yeah.
Tell us what you know about the Timberwolves this year.
Well, they've been a little bit of a mystery to us on as the season goes on. They're really, really talented, especially on offense. Ben Kolar, the tight end, is he'll be impressive when people see him on the field, not just at tight end, but he's also a defensive player. His brother Charlie, I believe is his name, is in the NFL right now, and the guys, you can kind of see it in the blood. And then they've got a receiver, number 6, Mason James, that's been recruited by everybody in the country, and he is electric when he gets the ball in his hands. Most of their offense is back from last year, except for their quarterback. And thankfully, we didn't have to see that quarterback again because he was dynamic.
Yeah.
But this young man is really good. He can throw it. And if we give him time, he'll pick us apart. But we've got to make him make fast decisions. And if he does that, we're going to try to tweak a little bit of our coverages to give some different looks from what he's seen before.
Yeah, Nash Henry's got 2,700 yards and 25 touchdowns through the air on the season. You mentioned his targets, Mason James and Ben Kolar. How much of a key is it to pressure on the line of scrimmage, limit that time for him to make decisions in the pocket?
Well, it's a double-edged sword. I mean, if you pressure, you got to get there. You got to not allow Kolar and James to be one-on-one with your DBs, because you're not going to win that battle consistently. And so we can't give him time. If we're going to bring pressure and jump into man coverages, then we've got to be able to get home, as we say, on the pass rush. I do think we've got some matchups that are favorable for us. I think our D-line will create some issues for them in their pass protection. I think our safeties, I'm not even sure I mentioned this at the breakfast, Jared, but statistically, this offense throws the ball about 72% of the time on the games we've evaluated. Well, that's almost opposite of what most teams do. So usually we're trying to stop the run and just hold up in the pass. And so they're going to make us have to flip our mindset a little bit and really do a good job of forcing them to run the ball and see if we can hold up by really getting guys out of the box and playing some other coverages that give us some favorable opportunities defensively.
Sure. Well, Coach, this game historically has had an arena ball feel to it, and I've got some stats to back that up.
Right.
If you look at the last 7 matchups between the two teams, they've combined an average of 80 points per game.
Wow.
And only once in the 12 all-time meetings between the Rams and the Timberwolves has a team scored less than 13 points. Only one time has that happened. So given that history and the potency of these two offensives, that really puts a premium on defensive stops any way you can get them, whether that's turnovers, whether that's punts, whatever you can do. It seems like if you can get an opening defensively, one of these offenses is gonna take advantage.
Yeah, that's a statistic you didn't have to tell me, man. I won't be quite as confident going into this ball game, knowing that has been the history. So, we're going to have to get after them. We're going to have to play extremely well, and hopefully we can get a fast start.
Yeah, fireworks for sure. I'm sure that we're going to see plenty of fireworks. Well, finally, Coach, let's go ahead and get your Church pathway to victory here tonight.
Well, I just barely mentioned it, but I do think with them having such a potent offense, we've got to have a quick start ourselves. We've got to get untracked offensively, get some points on the board, and allow our defense to play from ahead. And I think it's a way different animal if we have to get into a slugfest back and forth. It's a little harder to balance up and play the kind of defense we need to. So I think it's a lot on our offense and our coaching staff to make sure we get a fast start.
That's your Church pathway to victory. Quickly, Coach, and I didn't mention this, but it is senior night. Give a little anecdote on these seniors, this senior class. I know you've been very impressed with leadership up and down your roster, but this is a special group of seniors, and I know we're not done playing ball yet, but What are your thoughts on them this far
Well,
in the season?
really proud of the culture that these young men have been a part of and how they've developed it. I really can't remember a team that's been as all in with one another and with the team. I mean, we always hear those things and have a great family atmosphere, but we have a lot of these players that are playing real critical, exciting roles for our offense and defense and special teams that prior to this year might have just been a role player that had come up and just learned how to be an Owasso Ram, but wasn't out on Friday nights very much. And now those guys are the difference makers. And there's a joy in that for me to see the ones that have developed their skills over the course of sticking it out. And we're going to celebrate those guys tonight. And it's a fun group. And I'm thankful. I already told them they've already earned another home game. So this isn't their last game at home, but we will take the opportunity to celebrate them.
Absolutely. Coach, thanks for the time. Happy Halloween and good luck tonight.
And to you. Thanks, Jared.
It's Owasso head coach Bill Blankenship. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll get the voice of Owasso, Steve Mowry. That and more to come on the First United Mortgage pregame show. You're watching Ram football on the Owasso Sports Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Owasso Ram football here tonight on the campus of Owasso High School, where the number 3 ranked Owasso Rams, with a record of 5-2, 4-0 in district play, taking host to the Norman North Timberwolves. The Timberwolves in this big district matchup probably have more to play for than the Rams do at this point. The Timberwolves with a 4-4 record overall, 2-3 in district play. Happy Halloween, everyone, and we are looking for a spectacular night here at Owasso. We're looking for treats, no tricks, and so hopefully the Rams can treat us to a W here tonight.
You've been working on that
all day. Yes, right.
I knew you were in the office today studying pretty hard. I didn't know what you were coming up with.
Here in the Christian Brothers Automotive broadcast booth, from check engine light diagnostics to full engine repair services, go see Ray Adcock and his team at Christian Brothers Automotive in Owasso. Here in our First United Mortgage pregame show, that was Grant Mowry, my wingman here tonight, giving you some insight on how hard I study throughout today to prepare for these ball games. Rob Williams in the booth with us here in our Owasso Sports Network team. Not only Halloween tonight, Grant, but also senior night. Coach Blankenship talking about what this senior group of players has meant to him and going around to recognize each senior here on the field before the game. And I know that's a special moment for all these players.
Well, yeah, and down on the field before the game, just kind of looking out, talking to a few coaches and things, I said it twice. I mean, it's just a good group of kids, and we've got a really good group of kids out there who've really gone all season long, showed just a lot of growth. I mean, these guys continue to grow as men, as players, and it's been really fun to watch these guys continue to develop.
You talk about the growth of this ball club. They started out 0-2 on the season, Jinx and Bixby to open things up, but they've reeled off 6 games in a row, essentially what we thought would probably happen with this ball club. They have remained in the number 3 spot here in Class 6A1 behind Bixby and Jinx. And boy, then it really becomes a mess from 4 through 10. Even you could look down to 11 and 12 as following Owasso is Broken Arrow, 6-2. Mustang, 5-3. Edmond Memorial, 6-2. Edmond Memorial in a big district matchup here tonight as they will host the Broken Arrow Tigers. Norman at 6-2. Union with a couple of wins, now 3-5 on the season, having defeated Westmore. Yukon with a surprising win over Norman North previously, and they defeated Edmond Santa Fe and then Deer Creek. I mean, when you get past Owasso and Broken Arrow, it really gets mixed up at that point. It's never been more critical in Week 9 and Week 10 how important these ball games are.
Well, and you're right. As you start looking at things, you start talking about bracket potentials and things like that, who's going to match up with who. And it'd be pretty hard to fill out a bracket right now just because of what you just said. There is a lot of good teams. Yes, Bigsby is going to be up there. Jinx, Owasso doing really well. But some of these teams had slow starts that have really developed and continue to get better as the season has gone along.
Want to thank our friends at Waldo's Chicken, the official watch party of Owasso football. Don't miss a moment of Owasso football this season. Head to Waldo's Chicken and enjoy the action on 15 TVs paired with unbeatable specials all night long, tonight and Saturday till midnight. Dino and his crew will take great care of you with great chicken. That's Waldo's Chicken, the official watch party home of Owasso football. Grant, as we look at this game, let's move right into our Pathway to Victory, brought to you by Pathway Church. Discover, develop, and deploy your purpose in life. Focus on discipleship and spiritual growth at Pathway Church. Every Sunday at First Bank of Owasso, there on the corner of 86th and Garnett. So you and I have watched some film with Norman North. They are one of those strange teams, Grant, where they've beaten a couple of good teams. They've lost to a couple of marginal teams. But you and I have noticed in film, they have good athletes and can be a very dangerous ball club.
Well, yeah, you look at the left tackle, Daniel McMorris. He's the commit to Cal. He's a big body down there, moving bodies around at 6'6", 260. Then you've got Mason James, the Washington State commit to as a wide receiver. And then you've got Nash Henry, their quarterback. He's a good-bodied kid. He's a sophomore, 6'3", 190 pounds. But he can sling it, and he's going to be a big X factor tonight for the Norman North team. Basically what I look at is I really think the defensive line for Owasso getting pressure on Nash Henry tonight is going to be the biggest key to the game for the Ram defense.
As we get ready for our national anthem, we'll take a 2-minute timeout. This is your Owasso Sports Network.
When it comes to family dinner, Waldo's Chicken makes everyone happy. Kids love the hand-breaded tenders and creamy mac and cheese. Parents love the deal. Every Tuesday, kids eat free with the purchase of an adult entry. Whether you are craving sandwich, wings, or fresh salad, Waldo's has something for everyone. With 3 Tulsa area locations open 7 days a week, plus catering for any event, Waldo's Chicken serves up flavor and smiles. Waldo's, where family favorites are made fresh every day.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling. The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
Looking for some iced caffeine, left you in the cold. No one knows why brown water costs as much as liquid gold. Told them your name was Brian, why does this cup say Nicole? But then you found paradise in your cup at the Quick Trip. No regrets to start your day.
Welcome back into the Christian Brothers Automotive broadcast booth. I'm Steve Mowry, Grant Mowry here beside me. Rob Williams warming up his pencils over here to our left, keeping us up to the moment with current stats. We are here in our First United Mortgage pregame show. At First United Mortgage, they have the solutions to meet your financing needs. Whether you are buying or building a home, there are a number of lending options to provide you with the funds you need for the home you want. That's First United Mortgage. And Grant, to continue some of your thoughts with our Pathway Church, Pathway to Victory, you were talking about the 2 main players that they have. They also have a familiar name there on their ball club by the name of Kohler, and it seems like we've been through several of those.
Yeah, I didn't get there, but Ben Kohler, the younger brother of Charlie Kohler, who is currently on the Baltimore Ravens, a great athlete, 6'3", 225 pounds. He's a great blocker. He's a great pass receiver. But kind of looking at the overview of the game, Nash Henry, their quarterback, he is a sophomore. You kind of like that. You kind of don't. You don't know what you're going to get out of a guy like that because those guys either show up and compete. They've won a few games coming from behind late, and looking at kind of some of that, I really think that you're going to have a slow game tonight. I think you're going to see Norman North come out, and they're going to throw the ball a lot. If they're going to beat this Ram team, they're going to have to try to throw the ball. Byron Mason, the running back, he's a good-bodied kid, but they just seem to kind of work away from that a little bit. Defensively for the Rams, just looking at that stuff, our secondary doing great, kind of getting solidified over the season. I think that's the point of attack for this Norman North offense. But for the Ram offense, what I expect tonight is big plays. We haven't seen it in a few weeks, but I just really believe in the discipline that we've seen from Norman North's defense and the tackling. Good squad, very good athletes. But I think tonight the key will be those chunk plays from the Ram offense.
It was a shootout in Norman last year as the Rams came away with a 10-point victory, 64-54. But as you mentioned in the passing game, the good thing the Rams won't have to face is Owen Eshelman again, who could really sling the football around. However, Jaden Hall, who's here tonight, had a pretty good game last year. 4 touchdowns in that game. Look for the Rams to feed him the ball a lot more.
Well, and you and I talked about Jaden Hall, one of just the best developed players over the season. Great last year, but what he's done taking on the solo role as a running back here at Owasso this year, the guy's really, his stamina is what's impressive because we've been feeding him the ball. He's done great behind the big offensive line. I expect him to make a few big plays and really right up the middle.
Hall with 162 carries on the season, 18 touchdowns. He also has 19 receptions for 217 yards. So, not only can he run off tackle, and you and I agree that he shows great patience behind this big offensive line, averaging over 315 pounds from tackle to tackle, but he also has that burst of speed that I think surprises the secondary.
Yeah, and you're right. I think that's the growth that you've seen out of him is that patience, but then that burst of speed that he has. He's so quick, and he's just got such great vision. He's really, really just – you and I kind of had that debate earlier today over running backs in the past, and what I've seen from last year to this year, boy, he's just really gone in the offseason and come out such a better player, and week to week, he continues to get better.
Now let's look at our Jersey Mike's uniform report brought to you by Jersey Mike's. For the Owasso Rams, they'll be in their home black jerseys here tonight with the gray pants and the red, white, black stripe on the side of the pants and the traditional Ram helmet with the white horns. For the Norman North Timberwolves, they're going to be in their icy whites tonight, white pants, white jerseys, and the white helmet with the interlocking in accented in green. That's your Jersey Mike's uniform report. Look good, eat good, play good. Get it Mike's way at Jersey Mike's in Owasso. Both teams coming out onto the field. And Grant, your final thought on what the Rams need to do tonight to be successful.
Well, when you look at Norman North, the matchup I like tonight is the Ram offense versus the Norman North defense. Norman North, you'll see them come out tonight in a very classic 4-down linemen, 4 true linebackers. We've seen a lot of 4-4s this year, but in the 4 linebacker core, they're all actually linebackers, not defensive backs that are coming down. So that matchup we really like to see with Jaden Hall kind of just up the middle type stuff. Plus, with the receiving core we have of the Julius Wilson, the Noah Hill. I just feel like the matchup there, and really Drew Frankenfield, the way he's developed this season, he did a great job last year, but he just continues to get better this season.
Well, we hope everyone has a happy Halloween tonight. Be sure and be careful if you're out driving around. Watch out for the little kiddos, and be sure and watch those sugar highs as the kids come home and want to dig into some of that candy. I know you're disappointed that you're not going to get to go tonight. So,
is that because I'm going to not get to trick or treat with my kid, or is that because I don't get the candy?
I think you sent out a little spy to take your place here tonight. So you'll probably get a gift when you get home. Last week it was the Owasso Rams with a district win, 42-8 over Edmond Santa Fe, a game that was delayed for 2 hours before we were able to start. And the Rams came out just a little bit slow in that game, Grant, but you got to attribute some of that. It was a big night for Santa Fe. We've talked about a team that does have some good athletes. They just haven't been able to put the wins together. And Owasso ended up winning that game 42-8, really in very convincing fashion, taking over in that second half behind their big offensive line. Rams will kick off here to open up the ball game as Norman North, will send Mason James and Byron Mason back deep to receive the kick. Beautiful night here in Owasso. Temperature running right at about 60 degrees, Grant. A little bit heavy weather.
Well, it's a gorgeous night out here, like you said, but there's no wind. I mean, it really is a great night for football. Just cool. I'm sure as the game progresses, the fans will be cold, but a beautiful night with really not much of a breeze at all.
Juan Razzo will kick off for the Rams as we get ready for the senior night district game, and his kick is high and deep toward the end zone, fielded right at the goal line, fumble at the goal line, picked up, and then tackled at about the 7-yard line as Owasso was all over the play. Cam Miller making the tackle, and it's going to be a long field for Norman North here in the early going. There is a flag at the 30-yard line. So we'll see what the call is here as we await the indication from the white hat. He's going to confer with his fellow referee. It's going to be a hold against Norman North. Half the distance to the goal line. And so that'll move the ball inside the Timberwolf 5-yard line down to the 4, or almost just inside the 4-yard line. Grant, you couldn't ask for a better start than that kickoff.
No, you can't. And with the way that kind of Norman North's offense develops, like we talked about, trying to throw the ball, it takes time to develop that. So I'd be surprised if they do anything but try to run the ball and get out of the shadow of their own goal line.
So the Ram defense comes out onto the field at quarterback. Nash Henry. He's going to take the snap in his end zone. Empty backfield. Henry looks to his left. Now looking at the seam, able to find a receiver. And the ball is loose inside the 25 where the Rams able to get to it before it goes out of bounds. And they're going to say no as the ball goes out at the 22-yard line. Catch was made there, I believe, by the pregame mentioned Byron Mason.
First down.
Might have been Mason James on the catch.
That'll be fun all night with Byron Mason and Mason James.
So that'll be a big 1st and 10 to open up the game. Ball down at the 23-yard line. In the pocket and then takes off running the quarterback. He's going to be tackled at the 25-yard line. Taj Overton and Chris Zafaris in on the tackle.
Nash Henry on the run.
Nash Henry, good-looking quarterback. He's a good-looking athlete, but he's a good pocket passer. He doesn't really like to take off, so that's kind of the last thought he has.
Always want to find out where Kohler is. He'll be out on the right side in the slot. Henry takes the snap. He's looking that way and throws to Kohler, who makes the catch, and then he's tackled immediately at the 33-yard line. Zafaris in on the tackle again along with Sam Hoback. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Timberwolves. Substitutions for the Rams into the game. Cam Miller. Give you those State Farm agent Casey Miller starting lineups here in the moment. That's the problem when the teams go this fast. 3rd and 1. Now they'll shift their line. Heavy on the right side. Henry takes the snap, the handoff, caught in the backfield. He's not going to get to the line of scrimmage. Taj Overton there initially, and then Christian Turner, and we've got a flag, Grant. That may be unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, it's going to be against Christian Turner, but that's disappointing just because there's a lot of bodies on the ground. I think he just trips over a down lineman.
And that will give Norman North a 1st down. Yeah, I don't like that call either, Grant. I think that's just bodies falling over one another, and I believe that was just a little bit quick on the flag. So what looked like was going to be a stop for this Owasso Ram defense will now be 1st and 10 at the Norman North 48-yard line. So a couple of 1st downs here in the early going. We had the Timberwolves pinned in deep in their territory, but they've been able to work out of it. Man in motion. Henry throws to the far side, and Peyton LeGrand actually played a great play, but overran the ball. He would have been able to catch that and take it to the house.
Yeah, I mean, just a quick out pass, and you're right, about a yard or two right behind Peyton LeGrand. A good jump on the outside route, able to get a hand up, but maybe getting kind of the eyesight.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Single back. They'll move Kohler from the left end over to the right. Henry gets the snap. It's going to be a handoff to his running back, and again, not much up the middle that time. Got about 2 yards on the carry. Byron Mason,
16, Joey Grable.
5'11", 185-pound junior. The tackle made by Joey Grable.
Owasso,
so a big opportunity here for this Ram defense. 3rd and 9 for Norman North from their own 49-yard line here in this first quarter. Want to find number 8 in the slot to the right. Henry in the pocket, looks to his left. He's got a receiver here on the near side, and that's going to be Kohler, and they're going to say he made the catch. Boy, right at the line, it's going to be a right foot, left foot spot, and they're going to say it's enough for the first down.
First down.
Man, I guess a good job by Kohler securing that catch, maybe just able to get a foot down. It was kind of a bang-bang moment. But you're right. We're looking right down the line here at the 42-yard line, and it was right on the spot.
1st and 10, Norman North. They'll bring Kohler over to the left end. 2 receivers out to the right. Now they send the running back out to the right. That's going to be a throwback here to the near side, and it's going to be thrown out of bounds as Henry was under heavy pressure from Chris Zafaris on the blitz. Actually, that might have been Ryder Karn. It was.
Yeah, they were trying to get the ball to Kohler in a tight end screen. Kind of a late flag came in.
Karn with 79 tackles on the season, 6 tackles for loss.
After the play, personal foul, Norman North, 15 yards.
I didn't see what happened, Grant, but it's a personal foul against the Timberwolves, and that will back them back into their own territory. So that's going to put the Rams in excellent defensive position here. Now, essentially, you want 2 deep safeties and keep the play in front of you.
Well, and we know the Rams are going to come out in nickel formation quite a bit tonight with an extra defensive back in the game just to try to protect that secondary.
Carter Langendorfer. They're going to throw a quick screen out to the right side. Catch is made, then a move is made, but the tackle is made immediately. We got some extracurricular going on here in the back area.
Something to keep your eye on. I've seen the quarterback, Nash Henry, go down twice so far early in this game as he's gotten the ball away. And as a sophomore, he won't forget that.
Vlad Afonasi in on the tackle. Big 3rd down. Henry takes the snap, looks to his left. He's going to go throw to his left. The ball may have been intended for Kohler, but it's going to be a great stop for this Ram defense, and Norman North will send their punt team onto the field.
As it stands, I mean, really pretty good job by Norman North getting out of their own goal line there, getting it down the field, and then being able to flip the field a little bit. See what Noah Hill has to say about that.
Ben Kohler is the punter. Noah Hill will set up at the Owasso 23-yard line. Kohler, a low punt, but then gets some height out of it. Noah Hill able to field the punt. He's up to the 25, gets to the outside to the 30, 35, 40, 45, midfield, down to the 45. A great return by Noah Hill. 1st and 10 Rams at the Norman North 45-yard line, and there we see how electric Noah Hill is at punt return.
Well, and that's big. We talked about what does Noah Hill have to say about that. He returns the ball to the original line of scrimmage, so a good punt by Kohler, but return all the way back, like you said, to the 45-yard line, the original line of scrimmage. So a good job by this Ram special teams.
Ram offense comes out quickly and sets up. They're ready to go. Frankenfield, quick throw out to the left. Julius Wilson makes the catch. He'll be thrown out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. Gain of 3. Let's give you that State Farm agent Casey Miller starting lineup. At left tackle, it's Brooks Barron. At left guard, Elin Reagan. The center is Hunter Goodenow. The right guard, Dale Green. And the right tackle, Sean Kellogg. Hand off to Hall over the left. Cuts back to the right. Tries to swing. He's pulling 3 bodies forward before he's tackled at the Timberwolf 38-yard line. The wide receivers, Tay Bethel, along with Noah Hill and Julius Wilson, Colton Sudbeck, the tight end, Jaden Hall, the running back, and Drew Frankenfield, the Ram quarterback. That's your State Farm agent Casey Miller starting offensive lineup. For surprisingly great rates on home, auto, and life insurance, visit State Farm agent Casey Miller in Owasso. Third down for the Rams, and we're going to have a procedure call against Owasso, and that will back the Rams up 5 yards. So what was a 3rd and 3 will turn into a 3rd and 8. And if there's been one Achilles heel with this Ram football team throughout the season, it's been penalties.
Yeah, we talk about it week to week. You'd think we kind of clean those things up. Just a procedure call, something so simple.
So Frankenfield with Hall to his left, 2 receivers out to the left. Julius Wilson, the lone receiver, here to the near side. Rams get the play relayed in from the sideline. Frankenfield with the snap. Fakes the handoff, throws to the left side. Tay Bethel makes the catch, but he's tackled immediately. He'll be short of the first down. Tackled by Lundquist. This is kind of that territory, Grant, where Coach Blankenship is going to tell his ball club to go for it. So offensive coordinator Josh Blankenship looking for a play that'll get the Rams 6 yards. Frankenfield in the pocket, good protection, looking downfield, and he's going to be caught and sacked at the 42-yard line. And so Norman North, good coverage downfield. Frankenfield unable to find a receiver, and as he started to run back up inside, there were too many white shirts.
Well, and that's one of those things. It's kind of hard just this early going in the game. Things are moving a little quicker. They'll slow down as the game goes along, but it looked like Jaden Hall was just out there in space on just a tailback pass out there as a check down man, but just too much pressure, and Drew unable to find him.
So the Ram defense will come back out onto the field. Henry at quarterback, 2 receivers to each side. Mason the running back. Henry looks downfield, throws it out, patterned, and it's picked off. Is he inbounds? Was the catch made? It is intercepted. Sam Hoback on the far side read it beautifully, and the Rams get the ball back.
Well, that's exactly why you go for it on 4th down. You've got a lot of faith in your defense, and you really just like the matchup of this tonight. And so, good job by Sam Hoback. Great read. It looked like he undercut Ben Kolar out there on the edge. And just when you needed the momentum to swing back the Rams' way, comes up with a big play.
So the Rams will take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Frankenfield hands off to Hall, tries to get to the outside. He's got a foot race. Cross midfield, got a block here on the outside. A great job by Colton Sudbeck to allow Jaden Hall to move the chains for the Rams. That's the first make of Owasso, 1st and 10.
Yeah, really good job by Sudbeck out here on the edge. Just does a great job securing it. Jaden Hall just gets up, gets enough for 10 yards, and moves the first down marker.
Hand off again to Hall, dodges a nose guard in the backfield and runs for about 4 on the play. before he's tackled there.
Adams in on the tackle. Get a 4 on the play, second down.
And one thing you want to keep your eye on, we mentioned how good Ben Kolar is, but he also plays middle linebacker or outside linebacker, going both ways. As fast-paced as this game is, will be interesting to see how he keeps up.
Luke Adams in on the tackle for the Timberwolves. 2nd and 6. Hand off to Hall on the right side again. And he's going to be inside the 35-yard line, near the 34.
Hall on the carry.
Grant, we talk about this big offensive line for Owasso. They average over 315 pounds. And defensively,
3rd down.
Norman North has a nose guard that's 6'2", 280, but then it goes 210 and 220, so a real size difference. Now we're going to see Elon Reagan line up as a sniffer behind right tackle. Frankenfield, quick look over to the right. He's going to run right up the middle. Got a lot of room. Down to the 10, 5. Touchdown, Owasso Rams. Drew Frankenfield for the Ram touchdown.
Well, that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator, Coach Blankenship, because Norman North has shown in the past that one of their weakest kind of areas in the run game has been right up the middle. Just a little bit of a delayed draw play, and Drew goes untouched. Good job by the offensive line creating some space, but good job by Drew finishing off that run to give the Rams 6 points.
Now Juan Razo on for the extra point attempt. Bryson Francis will hold. The kick is up, and it is good with 4:33 to go here in this first quarter. The Rams strike first as they lead Norman North in this district contest 7-0 here on your Owasso Sports Network.
On today's edition of Owasso Rams Trivia, the category is food. Now, for our first question, what are the 4 food groups?
Milk, meat, fruit, and bread.
That's correct.
Wait, everyone in Owasso knows that Charlie's chicken chunks are so good. They might as well be their own food group.
Judges, are the chicken chunks at Charlie's that good? That settles it. Go see for yourself at Charlie's Chicken on 76th Street, just east of Highway 169.
Welcome back here at the Christian Brothers Automotive broadcast booth, where the Rams strike first, 4 plays. 53-yard drive in 1:19, and it was Drew Frankenfield on the quarterback draw, rushing for 35 yards, and the Ram touchdown. Grant, the defense just parted open. There was the safeties were split. There was no one in the middle to cover. Easy run for the speedy Frankenfield.
Yeah, we saw that against Broken Arrow. They did it a couple times, and then Union was able to do that to them as well. It's just kind of a weak spot in the defense.
The kickoff fielded at the goal line, out to the 15 and tripped up. A great tackle.
Kickoff return.
Great tackle by Cam Miller, getting down there, kind of just getting a good open field diving shoestring tackle. And again, the Rams are going to stop this and start off with good defensive field position.
So Norman North will start 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line. As you look at this district, Grant, it's Owasso on top, followed by Broken Arrow, then Edmond Memorial. That's going to be a big ball game here tonight between those 2 ball clubs over in Edmond. Union with a win last night, followed by Norman North. So you've got the 2, 3, 4, and 5 spots that are really up for grabs right now. Henry, the quarterback, he'll hand off, and there is no room to run as Cam Miller
Byron Mason, the ball carrier.
able to.
Cam Miller.
Well, and kind of building off what you just said, also tonight's a big night. With a Ram victory tonight, they clinched the division and the district, and that would allow us to have a first-round bye and host a home playoff game in the second round.
Flag on the play. We'll see what that's about, but we'll give you that starting defense for the Rams. Taj Overton, Ben Duggins, and Christian Turner, the D-line. Linebackers Chris Safaris, Ryder Karn, and Kim Miller. And then in the secondary, A.J. Roberts Jr., Jackson Suggs. Those are the corners. Sam Hoback, Peyton LeGrand, and Carter Langendorfer.
So a little post-play activity, offsetting penalties. I was able to see Christian. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, guys, there's been a lot of jawing down here after several plays tonight, so obviously refs are trying to get a hold on things, and you see the offsetting penalties there, probably trying just to get the guys under control.
So it'll be 2nd down and 8 for Norman North. Henry with the snap, looks to his right, quick throw into the flat to his running back, who is hit after a 6-yard gain. Still some action going on out of bounds. Byron Mason had lined up to the right and just ran out into the flat. They really don't use Kohler as a true tight end. They really like to work him in the slot an awful lot.
Well, 6'3", 225. I don't mind the high school matchup there. He's going to make an excellent tight end at the next level.
Is.
Good genetics.
4 receivers to the left. Henry in the pocket, lost the football. Rams trying to crawl for it and couldn't get there. Christian Turner was doing his best crawl to get over there, but Norman North on the recovery. There is a flag on the play. You got to suspect, Grant, in the area of holding. Be interesting to see whether Coach Blankenship chooses to accept the penalty or not. Let's see where the ball actually ends up being spotted. It'll be declined. That'll put the Timberwolves in a 4th down as the loss on the play moves the ball back to the 20-yard line. So what would be an apparent putting situation. Well, you just feel like Noah Hill at any moment on one of these punts could take one to the house.
Well, you do, but going back to what you mentioned, Christian Turner, 250 pounds, doing an excellent Army crawl. The guy can move, doing a good job trying to pick up that ball.
Kohler set up at his 7-yard line, gets the punt up. Not a very deep punt, and kind of end over end. We got 2 players going after one another on the far side. The Norman North player lost his helmet. But, Grant, this is getting really chippy here in just this first quarter, and now we're going to have a late flag.
Yeah, a lot of John, like Jordan said, you can't hear it up here, but you can definitely see it in body language.
Jordan, could you see anything there from your vantage point?
Well, no, that flag. Well, I'll let the.
I don't know how you can say that. That's like 3 plays later. Go ahead, Jordan.
Well, I was just going to say that one was really late. A Norman North player did lose a helmet on that play, but, man, the flag came a good 5 seconds after that had happened. And so, again, like I said, there's been a lot of talking on both sides. It's not just Owasso by any means. It's been both sides. Takari Bethel a couple series ago was blocked well out of bounds. They let that go. So I think it seems like they're really just trying to get a hold of things now, and they maybe let it go a little bit too far.
Coach Blankenship is not happy with the side judge here on this near side. Rams start 1st and 10. It's Hall up the middle. Spin move, still pushing forward, and he's actually tackled forward for a 1st down.
That game. Good for a first pick of Owasso. 1st down.
Yeah, you're starting to see
just stuff going on after the play, Grant, and it's a first bank of Owasso, 1st and 10. And if the Rams really, and Coach Blankenship knows this, you really want to take over this game, deal with their frustration, you can either get behind this offensive line or maybe it's time to take a shot. Hand off to Hall, right up the middle. Almost broke 3 as he got 4 on the play.
Well, and I think Norman North, you coming in, I mean, you know this is a good Ram football team. You do these little things in head games to try to get the Rams drawn off of their game, and so far doing a pretty good job of kind of playing that head game with the Rams.
2nd and 6 at the 36. Fake handoff. Frankenfield in the pocket. He's got time, and he's got Julius Wilson just overthrows his wide receiver.
Gosh, just a really good skinny post route by Julius Wilson, and he's got 4 steps on a defender.
They will not catch Julius Wilson.
And his big-bodied frame still unable to not even just get a hand on anything. Just, again, there just seems to be energy overall in this game. Everybody just seems a little jazzed up right now.
Rams line up quickly. 2 receivers to each side. Hall to the left of Frankenfield. Calls out the cadence, then looks over to the sideline for the play call. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass at 2:06 here in the first quarter. Frankenfield in the pocket, quick out here to the near side. 2 receivers in the same area, Julius Wilson along with Noah Hill. So someone probably
we've got some. There's a wrong route for sure there. Looks like the ball's really intended for Julius Wilson, who had a great chance to catch it, but Noah Hill, being the ball shark he is, but probably in the wrong area.
So Noah Hill will line up to punt for the Rams.
You know, one thing we mentioned aside was the speed matchup here. Owasso's speed seems to be kind of overly well. Be interesting to see Noah Hill on these little fake rugby punts.
Gets a nice punt, and it's going to hit at the 35, get a Ram bounce inside the 30, down inside the 25, and it's finally fallen upon. A bit of a dangerous play there by Byron Mason, as the Timberwolves will take over 1st and 10. 1:52 to go here in this first quarter. Rams leading 7-0. Your thoughts so far?
Yeah, just so far it seems like Ram defense is playing well. Rams are able to move the ball. Just, I think, a little bit of that high energy of kind of jawing back and forth. Guys are just missing a couple assignments, maybe just swaying from responsibility. But if the Rams will settle in, they will take control of this game from what I've seen so far.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Norman North at their own 23-yard line. Henry awaits the snap. He'll hand off to Mason, who gets maybe 2 on the play.
Mason on the carry.
Yeah, and I just don't think, especially the good thing for the Rams is Norman North playing from behind. That's where you want them to be, because their run game is kind of, it's definitely not their strength.
In the second quarter from Edmond Memorial, the Bulldogs trail the Broken Arrow Tigers 14-7. Key district matchup as well as this game here. Henry with 2 receivers to each side. Looks to his right, quick throw, and it's off the chest of his intended receiver. Aiden Williams unable to come up with the reception, and that'll bring up 3rd and 9.
Owasso, it's 3rd down.
Cole Campbell in the game for the Rams. Good to see him back out onto the field. 3 receivers out to the right side. Campbell, the lone safety. Now they'll send Mason over to the left. Henry looks to his right. He's going to be caught from behind by Taj Overton for the sack. Overton with his 4th sack of the season.
Really good job downfield. The secondary is in good coverage, but too much pressure. Taj Overton comes from the backside and comes up with a big play, forcing the 4th down.
Taj Overton headed to the University of Missouri. He'll join Chris McClellan.
I believe I saw
with the Tigers.
A Missouri sweatshirt down on the sideline earlier.
The punt by Kohler, it's going to hit at the 50-yard line and then basically just drop, as we've got a flag back near the punter. And let's see if this is going to be roughing the kicker. I was looking at the landing of the football and not back at the punter.
Should just be a running into, Steve. It looked like pretty soft contact, but something that I'm not surprised they flagged.
All right, Jordan, thank you. They are talking to Coach Blankenship to see, I believe, well, we've got referees talking to both head football coaches. A little bit slow on the calls here this evening, and they want to make sure that the yardage is marked off correctly as well. It's going to be running into the kicker against the Rams. So they will take the yardage and replay 4th down. So playing with a little bit of poison here, I think, Grant.
Because give Noah Hill another chance.
Exactly. In my mind, I'm kind of thank you. So we'll see if this decision pays off for the Rams or the Timberwolves. Ben Kohler will get another opportunity. No wind to speak of here at the stadium tonight. And we've got movement up front. A lot of confusion. Jordan, what did you see on that play?
Yeah, I think, honestly, the long snapper went to snap the ball and I would just describe it as he whiffed on it. He went to move the ball, and it looked like it slipped out of his hands as he went to move it.
Interesting. Is that a live ball?
If it moves, it's live.
Because Owasso came up with it.
Really, it's not the quarterback's responsibility. It's when that center moves the ball is live.
Illegal snap. Norman North. 5-yard penalty.
That's a great way to bail that out.
Sure is.
That's a good way of saying he moved it, but we're going to kick it.
You guys are absolutely right, and that's what Coach Blankenship is saying right now. It says, hey, that ball was snapped. That was a live ball.
Yeah. In any case, the Rams get those 5 yards back, and we are back to our original situation, 4th and 15. Kohler to punt. Gets a nice punt off this time. Noah Hill waits for a fair catch, and he makes the catch at about the Owasso 49-yard line. So through all of that, the Rams do get a short field. The importance of Noah Hill fair catching that punt gives the Rams 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line.
Well, you're exactly right. That ball could have hit and rolled 20 yards, or you just never know. But getting the ball right at midfield, great starting position for the Rams.
21 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Rams lead 7-0. Elon Reagan back as a fullback. The handoff to Hall on the left side, and he'll be thrown to the ground inside Timberwolf territory down to the 44-yard line. And that, in all likelihood, is the last play of this first quarter as we see the Rams line up quickly, see if they take another shot. They will. Hand off to Hall again on the left side. Tries to get outside, but he's caught right at the 45-yard line, able to dive forward for a couple of yards, and that will be the last play as he's tackled at the 43-yard line. So we'll start the second quarter with 3rd and 2 at the Norman North 43-yard line. Headed to the second quarter, it's the Rams leading 7-0 here on your Owasso Sports Network.
The trenches, where roads are won. Ram 1500. Quick, tough, relentless, raw strength, no compromise. Ram HD. Haul more, tow bigger, hit harder. These are Ram Power Days. Jim Glover Dodge.
Hi, I'm Dr. Caleb Nelly with Tulsa Bone and Joint in Owasso.
And I'm Dr. Ian Goodman with Tulsa Bone and Joint in Owasso, and we are your team physicians for the Owasso Rams.
Hi, I'm Katie Straffy.
And I'm Zach McGinty.
I'm Kate Hayes.
I'm Destry Millsap.
And we are the athletic trainers for the Owasso Rams.
Here's some of the services that we provide in the Tulsa Bone and Joint Athletic Training Facility.
Welcome back to the Christian Brothers Automotive broadcast booth. Rams leading 7-0. And with the football at the Norman North 43-yard line. Tay Bethel in motion. Fake the handoff, throw back underneath. It's Sudbeck with the reception, and he's going to have
the pass is complete to
good yardage on the play.
Pickup of almost 20 yards.
First down and 10.
So that'll be a first bank of Owasso, 1st and 10. I'm not sure we had our yard markers in the right place to begin with. We got to get those guys in line over there. We know a couple.
We know a couple, which I was going to say that's what explains why they weren't in the right mark. No, I'm kidding. These guys do a great job.
Yeah. So it'll be a 1st and 10. Grant, you're going to give us those first quarter numbers here in just a moment. Frankenfield in the pocket. Got plenty of time looking downfield. He can throw it out to Noah Hill. He does. Hill makes the catch, spins inside, and he's flipped around by the face mask. That'll add yardage to the penalty, and it should be enough for a Ram first down. Grant, the numbers from the first quarter.
Well, interesting stalemate on the ground game. So Owasso on the ground, 10 rushes for 80 yards. Norman North, 7 rushes for -4 yards. Through the air, Rams are 2 for 4 for 6 yards. And through the air for the Norman North Timberwolves, 5 passes with 10 completions for 42 yards, bringing the total offense to 86 yards for the Owasso Rams and 38 yards for the Norman North Timberwolves.
4 penalties against the Rams in that first quarter for 40 yards. This penalty, however, will give the Rams an advantage as the face mask will move the ball down into the red zone to the Norman North 13-yard line.
And maybe not a bad face mask because Noah Hill already broke a tackle. If he breaks that, he's got a real chance to get in the end zone.
Well, we talked about the speed difference that we see between the skilled players of Owasso and the secondary of Norman North, and now we're going to have another stoppage of play. And now we're good to go. So Frankenfield with Hall to his left. Frankenfield, it's going to be jet sweep. Tay Bethel to the 10. Tries to juke inside, back outside. He's pushed out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
On the end around.
So it'll be a short and
John Paul Lundquist.
2nd and 1. Lundquist in on the tackle.
Gain of 9 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Appreciate First Church bringing us this first quarter. First Church of Owasso, where we love Jesus and love like Jesus. Visit First Church with 3 worship times on Sundays or online at firstchurchok.com. Multiple substitutions now as the Rams 2nd and 1 from the 5-yard line. Plenty of time on the play clock, 12 seconds. Frankenfield hands off to Hall, tries to go up the middle off right tackle, and he's inside to the 4 near the 3-yard line.
Yeah, pretty good read and tackle there by Josh Williams.
I think we sent
that gain good for a first pick of Owasso. First down and goal.
Sent Nick Rosas off the field, and once he got to the sideline, they sent him back in, and Elon Reagan is probably going to move. They're just going to go jumbo up front out of the sugar huddle. It's going to be the Wild Ram to Hall. He's going to run off the left side and into the end zone. Touchdown, Owasso Rams.
Hey, I don't mind either.
I'd run that time.
I'd probably follow Elon as well, following him around that left edge. For 350 pounds, Elon can move. Good job, good play call, and a good edge set for this Ram offense, getting another 6 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when you have one of those secondary players coming up to challenge Elon Reagan, a business decision was made.
I was going to say, that's what we call a business decision.
Juan Razzo again for the extra point attempt, and he bangs it right through the uprights. So just as we enter the second quarter, the Rams able to finish off this drive. And with 10:47 to go, it's Owasso 14, Norman North 0. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Life is always in our ear about opportunities. Exploring them. Seizing them. Taking a moment to breathe them in. When speed is crucial and completion is the end goal.
We gotta move a little faster.
But sometimes completion isn't the end, but the next beginning. Tulsa's first, Tulsa's only, Level 1 Trauma Center.
Well, I guess you could say here on Halloween that drive was bootiful. Bootiful.
There's no telling how many more of those he's got.
I got a bunch of them here. Yeah, all night. Rams able to complete a 51-yard drive on 7 plays. Culminated in a 4-yard touchdown run by Jaden Hall. That's his 19th touchdown on the season, and the Rams take a 14-0 lead over Norman North. Saving a couple for you.
I'm looking forward to it.
Here's the kickoff, and this one's going to bounce into the end zone for the touchback.
You know, Juan Razzo has just been such a great addition to this Rams special teams unit. Having a guy that can kick a ball in the end zone, I mean, there's no breeze, not much of one, and what is actually against that, and he's still able to kick it in the end zone. Just not having to deal with some of those dangerous threats back there for the Timberwolves in the return game.
So Norman North will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20. These two teams have met 12 times over the years, and Owasso leads with a 10-2 edge. Henry hands the ball off to Mason, tries to run out to his right, trying to get to the outside, but the black shirts just keep coming. Grant, as you look around, Chris Ferris in on the tackle along with Christian Turner coming out from the left defensive end, but there were 4 other black shirts in the vicinity.
Well, and Coach Neal's been coaching that all year long on the defense. Just spill it to the sideline. Let the next man get the job. Good job spilling it to the edge.
Loss of 1 on the play brings up 2nd and 11. Henry looks over to the sideline. 2 receivers to the left. Kohler is in as an H-back. And the handoff to Mason runs right into Taj Overton, and Overton is going to win that matchup every time.
Boy, just absolutely fires off the football. Makes it look like he's untouched just because he blows through the offensive line so quick, and a huge stop on 2nd down to bring up this 3rd and long.
Taj Overton is 6'3", 260, and he can move as quick as anyone. Now the Rams spread their defensive line. Overton in the middle. They'll bring Mason in motion and send him back out. Quick pressure from the right side, and then the ball over the intended receiver of Henry. And Grant, you've got a 3-man rush that time, and 2 of them were in the backfield before Henry could even set up.
Yeah, good blitz call by the defense there. That's Ryder Karn going in. What was a designed screen play, just didn't have enough time to even get the screen off.
And again, Kohler is going to have to set up deep in his own territory at the 3-yard line. Noah Hill, he's going to stand at the 46-yard line. Low snap and a low punt. Hill's going to try to return this to the 50, to the outside, to the 40, 35, and knocked out of bounds late. Where's the flag on that? There isn't one.
First down, Owasso.
I was going to say, it's not much of a hit, but if you're going to call it, it's late contact period.
So it's another good return by Noah Hill. And again, Grant, those are numbers that sometimes get lost in the overall game score box.
You know, you talk about catching a ball so it doesn't bounce 20 yards, but how about catching it and returning it 30? Great job by Noah Hill and what he's been able to bring to the special teams unit.
Able to avoid the punt coverage team. It's going to be a short field for the Rams as they take over 1st and 10 at the Norman North 32-yard line. Frankenfield looking for Julius Wilson here on the near side. Wilson behind the defense. Touchdown, Owasso Rams. A beautiful throw by Drew Frankenfield, and Julius Wilson just outran the defense and made the catch here in the near corner of the end zone.
Well, and just a classic one-on-one coverage. Julius Wilson in single coverage out here on the edge. Just a fade streak route, and he's got 5 or 6 steps on the defender, and a good job this time by Drew Frankenfield, just putting it where he can catch it. Easy throw and catch, and another 6 points for the Rams.
You and I talked earlier today that we thought if they did single man-to-man coverage on him that Julius Wilson would be able to beat the defense, and he did right there. Razzo's on for the extra point attempt. It's up. It's good. The Rams lead 21-0 with 9:09 to go here before halftime. This is Ram football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Now let's talk about Tackle Tuesday. I think it's a good idea. If you're not being productive, if you're not being fun, you get tackled.
Hey, Sarah, I asked for these reports at 2 o'clock. It is now 2:03.
But don't worry, Rambo would never tackle a guest.
Well, break time's over. Time to go serve some customers.
I'll come over there when I'm good and ready.
Looking back to Owasso where the Rams score on one play. It's a 32-yard touchdown pass to Julius Wilson from Drew Frankenfield, and it only took 6 seconds, set up by the nice punt return of Noah Hill.
Well, and how great is this? Rob pointed out that Norman North has their biggest run of the game is 1 yard.
Wow.
And playing 21 points behind now, you're definitely not going to that. So how is that for the defense of Owasso? Go in your nickel package and sit back there with defensive backs and really make this hard for the Norman North Timberwolves.
Razos to kick off for the Rams. Nice line drive kick will
almost get
to the
out
end
of the end zone.
Goes into the end zone for a touchback.
Want to thank our sponsors who allow us to bring you Owasso football. Jim Glover Auto Family bringing you that last touchdown. St. Francis Health System, Tulsa Bone and Joint, Ascension St. John, Shields, Oklahoma's Credit Union, State Farm Agent Casey Miller, First United Mortgage, Tulsa Accident Care Center, Hometown Insurance Agent Keith 2, and Restoration Chiropractic, along with First Church and Eagle Window Tint. 1st and 10 Timberwolves. Henry in the pocket. He's going to try to go deep on the sideline. He's got a man, but overthrows him out of bounds. Pulled back in coverage that time. The pass intended for Vlad Afanasiev.
And that's one thing about Nash Henry. Good quarterback, but any bit under pressure, his accuracy greatly declines, as he definitely had a wide open receiver who had a lot of green in front of him, but just the pressure in his face, not even close.
So, Grant, the Rams have moved Taj Overton into the middle with Christian Turner and Joey Grable at the ends. 2 receivers out to the right. Henry hands off to Mason, tries to get to the outside, but the edge is set by Peyton LeGrand. He makes the tackle along with Chris Zafaris. Good defensive discipline that time by this Ram defense.
That looks like that might tie for the longest rush of the night. About 1.5 yards.
That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Owasso, it's 3rd down.
Another big 3rd down for this Ram defense. They've played stellar here in this first half.
Yeah, I really like the interesting matchup you mentioned with Taj Overton right over center.
Defense being communicated across. 3 receivers out to the right. Henry in the pocket. Throws to the left. And good defense to jump the pass.
Incomplete.
A.J. Roberts Jr. in the path. Intended receiver, Byron Mason.
Good blitz call and great pressure. I think I saw 5 black shirts. I mean, there's just no time for Henry to get the ball out.
So a 3 and out here by the Timberwolves as Kohler will come in to punt once again to the ever-dangerous Noah Hill. Punt is away. Hill thinks he can get a return. Nope, he's going to call a fair catch, and the Rams will take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Yeah, probably a pretty good fair catch there by Noah Hill, as the Rams had a full punt block on with 0 back in protection.
8:07 to go here before halftime. Rams leading 21-0.
One thing that's interesting about the Timberwolves all season long, they have been a second-half team, so you don't want to quit on them yet, but you do feel like the Rams are in complete control.
Hand off to Hall here on the near side. Cuts back inside, gets about 8 on the play, inside the 45, down to the 44. That'll bring up 2nd and 2.
Luke Adams in on the tackle. Gain of 7.
Adams
2nd down.
Making the tackle. The Rams will line up quickly. 2 receivers here to the near side. Julius Wilson with Tay Bethel in the slot. Rams going big otherwise. Will they take a shot? Quick throw to Wilson here on the near side. Bethel with a nice block. Wilson cuts back inside, and then he's finally thrown down at the 36-yard line.
Julius Wilson.
And that's complimentary play there, Grant, where these receivers, even if they're not catching the ball, still understand the importance of blocking, and that allowed Wilson to get the Owasso 1st down.
Well, one of the points this year is you got to get these Ram receivers to not block after the play, which is a lot easier to talk down than to get them to block. These guys really, they have a competition in the locker room, and it's just fun to watch them in space.
Now 2 receivers out to the right. Frankenfield fakes the handoff, looking downfield. He's got Wilson down the center of the field. He's being held, and he makes a diving catch. Are you kidding me? Touchdown, Owasso Rams.
That's a great
Tay
job.
Bethel on the catch. I thought it was Wilson behind the defense, but Tay Bethel makes a diving catch, and right there we see how Bethel is special.
Well, you're right, and he does a great job. He's got the defender beat, but he was being held clearly down the field and does a last-minute leap to make that good catch in the end zone. Amazing there's no flag there. It doesn't matter, but a good job by Tay Bethel.
Now Juan Razzo's on for the extra point attempt, and it's good. 7:07 to go here in the first half, and the Rams now leading 28-0 over Norman North. This is Ram football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Hey Owasso, you know these guys are big Ram fans. Before you take another Ram road trip, make sure your car is ready to go with a visit to your local Robertson Tire. From new tires to oil changes and so much more, the Robertson family has you covered. Visit them at 8431 Owasso Expressway or find one of their 14 locations all across the Tulsa Metro.
Robertson Tire, keep rolling with Robertson.
Welcome back into the Christian Brothers Automotive Broadcast booth, where the Rams are striking quickly tonight. It was a 3-play, 52-yard drive, and it only took 1 minute off the clock as Drew Frankenfield able to hook up with a diving Tay Bethel for the 38-yard touchdown. And with 7:07 to go here before halftime, it's 28-0. Rams in complete control. My apologies to Mr. Bethel. I thought it was Wilson on the up. It was Bethel, and he comes up with the touchdown catch. Confusion by the receiving corps of Norman North and trying to get out of the mess and tackled at the 14-yard line. That's Bryce Collier. And there was nothing but trouble that time and confusion. You had the 2 kickoff returners, and they each thought the other was going to field the football, and it went between them.
Well, and I think you're about to see Norman North just start throwing some very deep patterns and taking some shots here shortly, just try to make anything happen.
Well, I think it's obvious we can say that this Ram offense is scary here tonight.
Oh, you threw another one at me. Yeah, I heard you.
Got it, okay.
Another one.
Henry looking downfield, and boy, he got out of the pocket quickly. He's going to throw. Almost picked off. A.J. Roberts had a great opportunity. Couldn't come up with it. No one's more upset than he is.
Quarterback pressure to
And we've got an injured player down near the goal line for Norman North, as the trainers will come out, and
I believe that's Nash Henry.
It does appear to be the sophomore quarterback down on the ground.
Yeah, Grant, that's right. Sophomore quarterback down. Chris Safaris laid an absolute shot on him on that play. And really, honestly, if this was the NFL, it might have been flagged. He kind of drove him into the ground a little bit, but made sure that he remembered who Chris Safaris was. But, yeah, tough. We'll see if he can pop back up here and get back in later.
Well, thank you, Jordan. And honestly, Henry has been under duress all night long. And even when he hasn't been under, I think he's seen some ghosts. And I'm not going to blame him.
Stop it. You got to stop with the Halloween references. Save something for the last half, please.
So the starting field position for Owasso here in the first half has been their own 48-yard line. In comparison, the starting field position for Norman North has been their own 19-yard line. And Grant, that's how you win football games, is by really flipping the field and give your opponent a long field. Allows you to allows you to go into your defensive playbook. More blitzes, more calls, more opportunities. And boy, the Rams, the black shirts have been all in the backfield here this evening. They're still tending to the quarterback, Nash Henry, as he's able to jump up. See if he's able to walk off the field. Joe Kelly is the backup quarterback. He's a junior. And he's been warming up on the sideline. Kelly's 5'10", 150 in comparison to Nash Henry, who's 6'3", 190. Now, Henry looks like he's able to walk off under his own power.
Yeah, it seems like with what Jordan said, it just probably seems like maybe the air just kind of escaped him a little bit. Maybe just needed a minute to recover, go sit out a play or two, regroup, and see if we see him back.
The pass was incomplete, no gain on the play, and that will bring up 2nd and 10. Henry's going to jog over to the sideline, so he'll probably sit out this play, if not this series, before he comes back in, as Joe Kelly now in at quarterback. You got to think he's probably going to hand the ball off, and he keeps it himself, tries to run across the 15-yard line near the 17 before he's tackled after a short gain. Call it 3rd and 8 on the play.
Kind of an interesting read option play. Looked like Mason might have thought he was going to get the handoff there, kind of a late pull.
3rd down for the Rams. Kelly rolls out to his left, looking downfield. He's going to throw, and it's picked off. Cam Miller down to the 10-yard line.
Intercepted.
And the Rams are rolling.
I'm telling you, it is really Ram football here tonight.
I was waiting. I didn't know if you had something else you were going to throw at me there with any more Halloween vocabulary. Now you've got me on my toes as well. So, oh boy.
I mean, that was laid right in the bucket. He had to catch that. His trick-or-treat bucket.
Oh, gosh. Good job, Cam Miller. Does a good job. Good read right there. And, you know, you talk about timing with receivers. It's always hard to bring a second quarterback in that doesn't have the reps and rotations in with his first group. But the confidence in the way the Ram defense is playing right now is just pretty super.
So the Ram offense back out on the field. Hand off to Hall over the right side. Cuts inside, falls into the end zone. Touchdown, Owasso Rams. Unbelievable. The Rams are just dominating this football game.
Boy, it's all across the board. Good job by the line, but even a good gain on the play. But Jaden Hall makes a cut back to the inside at the very end and just falls 2 or 3 yards in the end zone. An easy score. And I know that this Wolf defense is tired.
Yeah, their offense hasn't given them much of an opportunity to get off the field, as Juan Razzo will step up for the extra point. His kick is up, and once again, it's good. Still 6 minutes to go here before halftime, and it is all Owasso Rams as they lead 35-0 over the Timberwolves. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Imagine a free checking account that finally fits your vibe. No weird rules, no stress, just simple freedom. Visit okcu.org to learn more.
Welcome back to Owasso, where the Rams are, the only thing you can say, Grant, complete domination over a good football team.
Yeah, you talk about, it's just a bad matchup tonight. In every area, a good football team, this Norman North Timberwolves, but just completely exposed in different areas. You know, you think about in high school and the kids and Halloween and kind of all the games they do during the day at school. I mean, all that stuff plays into your focus. But I'm really proud of the Rams being focused and showing up tonight on senior night.
Another kickoff by Razos, and this one goes into the end zone once again.
Goes into the end zone
And with
for a
6:01 left on the clock of this first half, Rams leading 35-0. Want to thank our second quarter sponsor, First Church. First Church of Owasso, where we love Jesus and love like Jesus. Visit First Church with 3 worship times on Sunday or online at firstchurchok.com. Want to thank our friends at Eagle Window Tent, Pathway Church, and Brew Coffee House. As Kelly takes the snap, he'll hand off to Mason and gets his biggest run of the night across the 25 near the 26-yard line. Ryder Karn in on the tackle.
Get him 6 yards on the play, second down.
6-yard gain brings up 2nd and 4.
And you can see the frustration. We talked about the left tackle, Daniel McMorris, going to Cal. And you can see some kind of after-play frustration.
Quick throw out to the left, catch is made, and cut inside. I believe that's going to be a fantasy eve.
First down.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 Norman North at their own 36-yard line. Kelly looks over to his sideline to get the play. Byron Mason behind him takes the handoff, runs to the left, and Taj Overton is there. And then Taj Overton gets a little more help from Ryder Karn once again. Now into the game is Mizell Maxson.
No gain on the play, second down and 10.
Really, this Ram defense looks like they're ready to cover anything here tonight. 2nd down and 10. Kelly, he's going to run right, try to run back inside to his left, got some space, and finally tackled as he crosses the 45-yard line near the first down marker.
Well, interesting, as we talked about Nash Henry not being much of a run threat just because he doesn't like to run. He's a pass-first guy. You're seeing Kelly kind of the opposite. He seems like he's more of a run threat. So when you go through a whole week of practice and prepare for a guy that's a pocket passer and you've got Kelly just running and juking all over the field, a little bit of a difference.
Christian Colazzo making that last tackle. Now 3rd and 1. Hand off to Mason on the left side. He's going to be across the line to gain near the 48-yard line. So that'll be a 1st and 10 for the Timberwolves.
32, Chris Razook on the carry.
Something interesting we talked about this week is the Wolves were down to Edmond Memorial 28-7 in the second quarter and came back to win that game. So you don't want to quit on them.
Hand off on the right side, Razook in the game. He's got some room as he gets here to the outside, and then Carter Langendorfer basically says that's enough and makes a face mask to face mask tackle.
Attention, please, families.
Well, you're right.
37-yard line.
That's a great job by Carter, just coming back downhill and making a great stop.
Carter Langendorfer, we haven't had to call his name much tonight because all the action's been at the line of scrimmage. Razook stays in at running back. Kelly will keep the ball, run out to the left, cuts back inside, takes a hit before he's tackled. Chris Zafaris in on the tackle.
Chris Zafaris in on the tackle.
Gain of 4 on the play brings up, well, they'll give him 5, 2nd and 5. 2:45 to go here before halftime. Kelly with Razook to his right. Kelly looking to throw, pulls the ball down, trying to get to the outside, runs back to the left, He's under duress, got some running room, and then out of nowhere comes the Ram defender to make the tackle. Ryder Karn just shot in a open field tackle.
Well, you talk about playing fast and closing speed. You're right. That's a great job by Ryder Karn, just acknowledging that he's got the ball tucked.
Timeout on the field with 2:02 to go here before halftime. It's Owasso 35, Norman North 0. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
This is Ray Adcock with Christian Brothers Automotive in Owasso. At Christian Brothers Automotive, we send you photos and videos and diagnostic equipment screenshots and follow that up with an explanation. Because film don't lie. A photo's worth 1,000 words, and seeing it is believing it. For us, being honest is paramount. Earning your trust is the most important thing to us. We may not have always gotten it right the first time, but we've always tried to be transparent about everything we've done. So thank you, Owasso, for letting us serve your family by servicing your family car.
Welcome back to the Christian Brothers Automotive broadcast booth here on this Halloween night. Now, usually we get to see something related to Michael Jackson's Thriller. Are we going to see that tonight, or?
I cannot remember a time I've been to a game near Halloween that I have not seen a Thriller production. That's like the red Gatorade. The over-under is high.
This is true. Third down and 7. An unconventional. Mason takes the direct snap. It's going to be a reverse back to Kelly, and he's going to go over the top, and the catch is made at the 5-yard line. So a little razzle-dazzle that time.
That's his complete to number 85, Bennett Graham.
Yeah, Bennett Graham just on the, obviously a lot going on there, but kind of just runs a corner route, and he's wide open. If they throw it and put it on him, he's going to score. But a good job by the pursuit of this Ram defense to at least give us a chance here. Hold him out of the end zone.
So a timeout on the field by Owasso. We'll take another timeout as well. It's Owasso 35, Norman North 0.
Hey Owasso, you know these guys are big Ram fans. Before you take another Ram road trip, make sure your car is ready to go with a visit to your local Robertson Tire. From new tires to oil changes and so much more, the Robertson family has you covered. Visit them at 8431 Owasso Expressway or find one of their 14 locations all across the Tulsa Metro.
Robertson Tire, keep rolling with Robertson.
Welcome back to Owasso and giving you some other scores from around the area. Bixby leading Deer Creek 50-15. That is at halftime. Broken Arrow and Edmond Memorial. Over in Edmond, it's the Tigers leading the Bulldogs 16-7. They've entered the third quarter. Edmond North 23, Moore 0, and Mustang 28, Norman 15. Kelly with the handoff to Razuk, and he's met immediately in the backfield, coming off the left edge.
On the carry.
That is Christian Turner, and he was in the backfield almost as quickly as Razuk took the handoff.
Yeah, for coming off that left edge, pretty good explosive. We've talked about Christian Turner and the ability he's gotten and how much better he is. He's a big statement for the Ram defensive line.
Ram shift again. Kelly trying to get Owasso to jump offside. They do not. And now the Timberwolves look over to the sideline to get the play. Kelly will bark that out. He's got Razuk, the running back, moved to his left. 3 receivers out to the right side. Kelly in the pocket. Dashing to the left, back inside, and did he get in? They're going to say yes. Wasn't sure if he was tackled short there for a moment, but he's going to get the Timberwolves on the board here with 58 seconds to go in the first half for their first score of the game.
Yeah, kind of just an interesting element he brings in. He's pretty quick on his feet, but we've seen him throw a couple pretty good passes as well. able to dance around and get in the end zone.
Now Cooper Adams will line up for the extra point. The hold down, the kick is up. And it's good, so Norman North, with 58 seconds to go, able to get their first score of the game. It's Owasso 35, the Timberwolves 7.
There's barbecue, then there's barbecue. Trails Inn is the barbecue headquarters of the Owasso Rams. Owner and longtime Ram fan John Cash uses locally sourced ingredients, and their meats are cooked low and slow over pecan hardwood. Trails Inn Barbecue serves smoke-blasted barbecue that is long on flavor and short on pretense. Trails Inn Barbecue is here for all your dine-in and catering needs. Trails Inn Barbecue, located at 8888 North Garnett Road in Owasso. Proud supporter of Owasso Athletics.
Welcome back to the Christian Brothers Automotive broadcast booth, where backup quarterback Joe Kelly has come in for the injured Nash Henry, and he has led the Timberwolves on an 11-play, 80-yard touchdown drive, and Kelly finished it off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Took 5 minutes off the clock.
Well, I'd be interested here, after seeing a trick play, they're obviously not giving up or rolling over with a lot of time left to play. Be a little surprised if they don't try something here on the kickoff.
Handstein.
Looks like they're in.
Cooper Adams will just squib one that's going to be picked up and kneeled on by Carter Langendorfer.
Man, I know that's pretty simple, but that's just a good job by Carter to corral that. But then just to have the awareness, take the knee and don't force anything. Just a good job, good heads-up play by the hands team.
So 57 seconds on the clock here before halftime. Let's go down to Jordan and get an update.
Yeah, Steve, a lot of energy on this sideline. We talked about early on, a lot of jawing. That has really calmed down. It's just been a lot of positive energy down here. These guys are chomping at the bit to get out there and make a play for their team.
Frankenfield in the pocket. Good protection, throws over the middle, finds Tay Bethel. He spins left again. He's going to be tackled at the Owasso 49-yard line, maybe even close to midfield.
Rams are going to go quick.
The Rams aren't giving up either.
First down and 10.
Right at midfield, First Bank of Owasso, 1st and 10. Frankenfield, quick throw out to the left. Julius Wilson brings that in, and then he'll be pushed out of bounds inside the 40.
Number 4, Julius Wilson.
They're going to mark him right at the 40. I thought he got a couple of extra yards.
First down and 10.
So another First Bank of Owasso, 1st and 10. Clock stopped at 40 seconds. Rams look over to the sideline. 2 receivers to each side. Colby Whiteman, the far receiver, out on the right. Frankenfield in the pocket. Good protection again. Throws to Tay Bethel. Tries to dive as he came back for the football just out of his fingertips as the pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, that's a good route by Tay. Just a simple, we used to call it the flag, but a simple out towards the sideline and just a smidge underthrown by Drew trying to lead him to the sideline.
35 seconds on the game clock here before half. 2 receivers to each side again. You've got Julius Wilson here on the near side. Noah Hill in the slot. Handoff to Hall, and he's wrapped up right in the middle of that offensive line. Then he's thrown down to the ground. Going to give him a gain of 1 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 9, or 3rd and 9, and the Rams will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Casey Miller.
Hola, yo soy Casey Miller.
You guys are ridiculous. Hi, I'm Casey Miller, your dedicated insurance agent. Our team recognizes the significance of clear communication and tailored service. In addition to our expert services, we have Spanish-speaking options and cater to individuals from all walks of life. Our aim is to ensure that every step of your insurance experience is smooth and stress-free. Contact us today at 918-272-8888 for a personalized insurance experience, where excellence in service meets the diverse needs of our clientele.
Well, we hope you're being safe out there tonight as you collect all that candy. Give you my address here in a few moments in case you get too much and you need to drop it off somewhere. What's your favorite candy? You have a favorite candy?
I like Skittles. I'm a big Skittle guy.
Too.
I'm a big Skittle guy.
3rd and 9. Frankenfield in the pocket. Good protection again, and he tries to throw over the middle, but he got hit at the ankles as he tried to deliver that pass to Colby Whiteman. It fell short, but Frankenfield.
Boy, you're right. Just barely got a little bit of contact as he's getting ready to release the football, and just enough to throw it off the mark.
4th down. Coach Blankenship will leave his offense out on the field with 24 seconds. 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Julius Wilson here in single coverage on the near side. Now he's going to move into more of a slot area. Frankenfield looking over the middle. He's got room to run. He's going to take off across the 35, across the 30. That should be enough for an Owasso first down. And they're marking him back behind the 30-yard line.
Gain of 8 yards.
Yeah,
wow.
He tried to reach there at the very end to cross that, but really the vantage point of the referee crew was not in a good spot.
Grant, I thought he was closer to the 29. So in essence, with 16 seconds, it'll be a turnover on downs. See if Norman North is willing to take a shot or if they'll just run out the time on the clock. They trail 35-7. So the Ram defense coming back out for maybe 2 more plays. Joe Kelly back in at quarterback. Nash Henry was able to walk off under his own power. The handoff to Mason, and he gets about 11 yards on the play. They'll call it 10.
Byron Mason on the carry.
And that will be enough for a Norman North first down. They'll take a timeout and stop the clock with 9 seconds. Dodgers leading the Blue Jays 3-1 in the Game 6 of the World Series. I believe Ohtani on the mound tonight for the Dodgers. Is that right?
I think it's Yamamoto.
Yamamoto.
Don't hold me to how to say that, but that's who's pitching.
Oh, boy.
I think it'll be interesting tomorrow. They might throw Ohtani in Game 7 if the Dodgers are able to pull it out tonight.
You're right. Yamamoto has thrown 5 innings. He's given up 4 hits and 1 run and 5 strikeouts. So good numbers for Yamamoto. I just don't know if the Blue Jays pull it off tomorrow night at home. Hard to beat them at home in 2 games, but the Dodgers certainly have the firepower if they can get the bats going. 1st and 10. The Timberwolves, they'll hand off. Interesting with the time left on the clock.
Mason on the carry.
And the clock stops with 2 seconds. It
Yeah,
almost looks as if they were just setting themselves up for a Hail Mary to end the half.
Well, I was going to say, I think they're counting on the Ram defense to be kind of in that deep line look there, trying to take the easy under route, maybe hoping for a little bit more than that, as he would have every bit of a 50-yard throw, trying to get this to the end zone. And honestly, they haven't had enough time tonight to get off a 10-yard route, much less 50.
Yeah.
What you would expect here to see some sort of a sprint out, trying to get him running towards the sideline and just give his receivers enough time to get down to the end zone. The only thing I can think other than that would be kind of the old underneath hook and ladder type things. But we talked about this game and how important it is and everything that's on the line in the district.
So the Timberwolf offense comes back out on the field for one more play. Kelly at quarterback fakes the handoff, and he is tackled immediately as Cam Miller came off the left edge. It's Ryder Karn came off the left edge, and Kelly didn't even have an opportunity to turn.
I think that's Joey Grable just darting in there. Man, what a great job to finish off the half.
We'll see if Jordan Corfage is able to find Coach Blankenship and talk to him before he gets into the locker room.
Yeah, Steve, I'm down here with head coach Bill Blankenship. Coach, defensively, your line has been the story so far tonight. Talk about that group and their impact on the game.
The speed is really affecting Norman North. I just love the way we're flying around. The front guys and the linebackers playing with such speed.
A great mix offensively. Drew's looked really comfortable back there with a couple long TD passes. What have you liked from that side of the ball?
I liked most everything. I wish we'd have finished that last drive. We were trying to work our 1-minute drill and came up a yard short. But for the most part, really spreading the ball around and taking advantage of what they're giving us.
And then obviously big lead, a lot of game left though. What's your message to the team in the locker room?
Well, we want to finish, get things started the second half, and I'm sure we'll turn it over to some other players at some point, but we don't let off the gas. We keep playing.
All right, Coach, thanks. Good luck in the second half.
All right, Jordan, thank you. We appreciate that. Some thoughts from Coach Blankenship going into halftime here. Essentially what you and I think, Grant, because, we've been able to listen to him at the Breakfast Club every Wednesday morning at Trails Inn Barbecue. Your overview of the first half and what Coach Blankenship's response was.
Well, I love what he said there. You're up 35-7. You're trying to execute. It's not about the score. It's about a drill you're trying to install in a game. We're getting further in the season. We're 1 week away from starting the playoffs, hoping for that first-round bye. But here he is, 35-7, that 1-minute drill. We're just trying to continue to grow, trying to get these guys better, get something ingrained in their heads, and I just kind of love that mentality.
Here at halftime, as the Pride of Owasso will come out onto the field, we're going to give you an opportunity to watch them perform here at halftime. It's Owasso 35, Norman North 7. This is your Owasso Sports Network.
Hey, I'm Keith 2, your hometown insurance guy. Insurance doesn't have to be confusing or boring. So if your car decides to tango with shopping cart or your home springs a leak, I'm the guy you want to call. In fact, I'm so confident I can save you money on your current auto insurance that if I can't, I'll give you $25. Yep, you heard me right. $25 straight from my pocket to yours. So when life throws you a curveball, don't stress. Just call me, Keith 2, at 918-928-4545 or visit me online at owassoinsuranceguy.com. Let us help you get the insurance you need and deserve for your family. Go Rams!
Did you know every major professional sports league uses soft wave therapy? From the NFL and NBA to MLB and the PGA. Top athletes trust it to recover faster, heal injuries, and stay in the game. At Restoration Chiropractic, Owasso graduates Dr. Bryce and Dr. Allie Colt bring that same cutting-edge technology right here to Owasso. Softwave activates your body's very own resident stem cells to start the healing process in the damaged area. Whether it's the knee you keep putting off surgery on, a herniated disc, or neuropathy in the feet, come get your first session at Restoration Chiropractic for just $50.
Okay, gang, the game is tomorrow. Where's Rambo? Has anybody seen Rambo? Oh, come on, let's go. Come on, go find him.
Hey, Coach B, we're gonna need your help.
We got a season to play. You haven't been out here. Get that look off your face and let's get to work. This way. That way. Fast. Whoop. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, you're good at other things.
The trenches, where roads are won. Ram 1500. Quick, tough, relentless, raw strength, no compromise. Ram HD. Haul more. Tow bigger. Hit harder. These are Ram Power Days. Jim Glover Dodge.
A womb is a place where light enters the soul. Sometimes, when things fall apart, they're falling into place.
They've made 6 appearances at the Pasadena Tournament of Roses Parade and recipients of the Sousa Foundation Sutler Shield and Sutler Flag of Honor. Let's hear it again for the pride of Owasso!
When it comes to family dinner, Waldorf Chicken makes everyone happy. Kids love the hand-breaded tenders and creamy mac and cheese. Parents love the deal. Every Tuesday, Kids Eats free with the purchase of an adult entry. Whether you are craving sandwich, wings or fresh salad, Waldorf has something for everyone. With 3 Tulsa area locations open 7 days a week, plus catering for any event, Waldo Chicken serves up flavor and smiles. Waldo's, where family favorites are made fresh every day.
Welcome back here at Owasso in this district matchup between the Owasso Rams and the Norman North Timberwolves. It's a big district game here tonight, but the Rams have been in complete control as they lead the Timberwolves 35-7. Steve Mowry, Grant Mowry here with you on this Halloween night. Rob Williams crunching the numbers for us as we look at those numbers from the first half. The Rams 119 yards on the ground on 17 carries. Norman North 42 yards on 23 carries. Owasso 122 yards through the air. Norman North 83 yards through the air. Drew Frankenfield is 9 of 12, no interceptions, but the combination of quarterbacks for Norman North, Nash Henry and Joe Kelly, they are 7 of 18 with 2 interceptions. Total yards in the first half, 241 for the Rams, 125 for Norman North. That could be a little bit misleading for Owasso as they have dealt with an average field position of starting at their own 49-yard line and Norman North starting at their own 19-yard line. Neither team has lost a fumble, although Norman North has put the ball on the ground 3 times in the first half. 4 penalties against each ball club, most of those coming in the first quarter. A lot of chippiness going on. The referees were going to get that under control real quickly, and they did. Time of possession is even at 8 minutes each. Owasso 2 of 5 on third down, 0 of 4 on second down, and Norman North 3 of 10 on third downs. They have yet to convert a fourth down. In the rushing game, it's been pretty minimal for Norman North. Mason, the leading running back for the Timberwolves, 11 carries for 27 yards. Kelly with 6 carries for 11 yards. He's more of a dual threat type quarterback. He can throw and run. He has run for the lone touchdown by the Timberwolves here in this first half. Henry 5 of 15 with 1 interception. Kelly 2 of 3 with 1 interception. Main receiver that they've gone to here in the game has been Kohler and Mason. Kohler with 2 catches for 17 yards. James has a catch for 20 yards. Also in the mix, you've got a Fantasy with 2 receptions for 11 yards. Graham has a catch for 29 yards. That's the longest of the game for the Timberwolves. For Owasso in the rushing game, it's Jaden Hall once again, 13 carries for 69 yards, 2 touchdowns. Drew Frankenfield, 3 carries for 42 yards and a touchdown, and Tay Bethel with 1 carry for 8 yards. As we mentioned, Frankenfield 9 of 12 for 122 yards, 2 touchdowns in the game. Julius Wilson with 4 receptions for 52 yards and a touchdown. Tay Bethel with 3 receptions for 54 yards and a beautiful diving catch for a touchdown. Colton Sudbeck with a reception for 11 yards, and Noah Hill a reception for 5 yards. Grant, you and I talk about it as well in special teams. The Rams have been excellent in kickoff and punt coverage, but Noah Hill has done a fantastic job in fielding punts and punt returns for Owasso, in essence helping give the Rams that short field.
Yeah, probably like you said, I'd have to talk to Rob, but in overall, you're talking 100 yards of a swing. If he averages probably at least 15 yards a catch, that stops the ball from rolling down, and then also getting a little return. And he's definitely had some good returns tonight. Noah just does a good job of being able to see the field and then just really his athleticism. It's good to see him kind of really back and fully healthy. I know it's been a couple weeks since he's been back, but you just continue to see him get that confidence going and kind of show off the danger that he can be.
Coach Blankenship talked about what you and I had talked about. I believe what we've seen here in this first half, not just offensively but also defensively, you can see a real difference in the speed of Owasso in comparison to Norman North.
Well, yeah, offensively, you've seen Jaden Hall have some good runs. I mean, you've seen Julius Wilson continue to get behind defenders. You've seen Tay Bethel, obviously, even while he's being held, get behind defenders. Yeah. And then defensively, you've just seen guys doing their assignments, staying in position, but that closing speed where they truly do just play fast, play to the whistle, play to the ball. The pursuit has kind of been a point of emphasis by Coach Neal on this Ram defense all season long, and just never giving up. And these guys just fly around to the football, and every time a tackle's made, if you look up, there are multiple tonight black jerseys in the area.
As we get ready for second half action, any adjustments that you would make, brought to you by Restoration Chiropractic?
Like to see us come out here, get aggressive, stay aggressive, get these guys, maybe go down and get a score. And then, like I said, don't want to take your foot off Norman North. They are a dangerous team, but hopefully see some seniors get to touch the field in the second half.
Owasso grads Allie and Bryce Colt. They know what it takes to be a champion. Go see Dr. Allie and Dr. Bryce at Restoration Chiropractic in the Tie-In Plaza today. Rams will receive the second half kickoff. Tay Bethel's going to have to chase this one over to the far side. Catches it at the 10, cuts inside, back to the outside, and a flag on the field as Bethel is knocked out of bounds across the 25-yard line. A flag thrown back at the 18, so let's see if this goes against Owasso.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's just going to be a hold on the kick return team.
So a blindside block against the Rams will move the ball back to near the 9-yard line, where that'll actually be their worst starting field position of the night.
Well, and I'm sure that comes in from that halftime speech from Coach Blankenship saying, hey, let's go out, stay aggressive. I mean, I don't know what he said, but I'm going to guess it was something like that. And these guys coming out trying to keep up with what he's doing, but usually when you get a blindside block, that's just a guy trying to make a play there, obviously, unless it's blatantly in the back, but keeping a little bit of the foot on the gas here.
Drew Frankenfield with his offense back out on the field. Jaden Hall to his right. Hall takes a direct snap, runs right up the middle, has some room. He gets about 8 yards on the carry. Looked like there might have been a little confusion there, Grant, as the ball may have been snapped off the mark as both Hall and Frankenfield trying to grab the snap, if you will.
Well, you've got two great athletes back there, and if it's snapped in the middle, I think their reflexes are just gonna take over.
Gain of 7 on the play brings up 2nd and 3. Frankenfield, quick throw over to Tay Bethel. He darts inside, back to the outside, looking for a block, gets a nice block, cuts upfield. He's cut out of bounds.
That is complete to number 1, Tay Bethel.
Man, that was a really good block out there on the edge by Barrett Blankenship, the sophomore. And really what you like to see about that is that's an offensive lineman on going downfield, making a downfield block on a pass play. You love that.
That'll be a first bank of Owasso, 1st and 10. Frankenfield, quick throw out to the right. Noah Hill got a block from Tay Bethel and is able to get a couple of extra yards as he's run out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Nice gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 4. Call it 2nd and 3. Ball spotted at the Ram 42-yard line. Rams do a good job of just shifting from side to side, making the defense move. Hand off to Hall. Off left tackle. Gain of 1 on the play.
Jason Mojica on the carry.
Well, we've got Mojica in at running back, so
End of a yard on the
Coach
play.
Blankenship
Third down.
early going with some substitutions. Colby Whiteman coming out of the game now. Colton Five-Ash in at tight end. Hill and Bethel here on the near side. Frankenfield. Quick throw to Noah Hill. He's able to shed the initial tackler, running upfield. And a flag at the 38-yard line. I don't know if Tay Bethel may have gotten called for the flag. Good job by Noah Hill, though, to shed that initial tackler and then get upfield for what was going to be a Ram first down, but this one's going to come back as it's going to be a hold. So that'll bring the ball back right at midfield, but it still results in a first down for the Rams. So the two receivers now out to the right side. Frankenfield in the pocket, looking downfield, flushed out to the left. Then he gets tripped up, and it's going to be a loss of 2 on the play.
Frankenfield on the keeper. Josh Williams.
Yeah, just kind of seems to be a lot going on with substitutions and timings and things like that. Just trying to get settled back in here, getting a rhythm.
So to bring up 2nd and 12 for the Rams. Frankenfield. 2 receivers out to the right. Colby Whiteman, the lone receiver, here to the near side. Ball on the left hash. Quick throw out to the right side. Tay Bethel on the catch. Jukes to the outside and then a spin move, and then he'll
Pass is complete to number
be
1.
tackled finally at the Norman North 47-yard line.
Well, you get guys like Tay Bethel. You just got to get him the ball in space and let him do things. I mean, right there, he really makes something out of nothing. But you never really know if that's that one move or one spin move away from doing something really special.
Now Julius Wilson back in at wide receiver. He'll set up over on the far side. 3 receivers to the left. Frankenfield going Wilson's way. Wilson up and over the defender. Did he come up with the catch? The referees are looking at one another, and they're going to call it incomplete.
Oh, man. He makes the catch, completes it to the ground, and just on the ground, the defender pops it up after it's over.
Grant, I think that's one of those. If the play is on this side of the field, it's a catch, but that was over on Norman North's side of the field, and it's incomplete.
Well, you're right. There's no way he's calling that incomplete over here on Owasso's sideline.
One hand grab. He's down on the ground, and that's a catch.
I mean, he completes it and everything.
He sure does. It's knocked out after he's down as we see the OSN replay. In any case, it'll be Noah Hill in to punt for the Rams. Nice high punt. It's going to be a fair catch right at the 10-yard line. And that's where the Timberwolves will start 1st and 10.
You know, you've talked about Noah Hill and what he brings to special teams. That might be the best punt I've seen him make all year. That's a good job pinning the Timberwolves down inside the 10-yard line.
8:11 to go here in this third quarter, brought to you by Eagle Window Tent. Eagle Window Tent in the 5th Avenue Business Complex offers 10% off for all military and first responders. And all tents have a lifetime warranty only at Eagle Window Tent, a proud supporter of Owasso Athletics. Also want to thank Trails Inn Barbecue, Sooner Mobile X-Ray, All Things Cake, 918 Doco, Tulsa Tech, Big Biscuit, 918 Family Wellness, Raising Cane's, Capstone Roofing, and Robertson Tire. Kelly back in at quarterback. He's going to take a direct snap, try to run to the outside, but the Rams solidify the edge where there is no gain on the play.
Number 12, Joseph Kelly on the keeper.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 as Sam Hoback able to make the tackle for no gain.
Yeah, we haven't seen Nash Henry in, but I don't know if that's because Kelly seems to bring a little bit of an edge this game or with the score as it is.
Kelly hands off to Mason. He tries to get to the outside, but again, the area is just covered with black shirts.
Boy, that's a great job by Byron Mason. Breaks about 2, almost 3 tackles, but you're right. There's just too many Ram defenders in the area.
Hoback was there once again, and then you've got Zafaris, Ryder Karn, Peyton LeGrand. A.J. Roberts is on that side as well. Now you're looking at 3rd and 9. Kelly's going to take a direct snap and run up the middle, and the Rams are going to stop him as he gets near the 12-yard line.
Pretty good push up front by his offensive line.
Just too much yardage to try to regain, and so Kolar will have to back up into his end zone for this punt. Noah Hill is going to be able to field the punt. He's going to set up at the 47-yard line. Kohler gets a line drive punt off. This one may hit the ground and roll forward, but there are 2 Norman North defenders right there, and they will down the ball near midfield where the Rams will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, kind of a good knuckleball punt, but he got a quick punt out of it. Pretty good. I mean, for punting out of your own end zone in high school to flip it to the 50, that's about all you can ask for.
6:21 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ball spotted right at midfield. Rams leading 35-7. Owasso looking to clinch the district. Rams need a running back out on the field, so they'll send Jaden Hall back out there. And he'll not get the carry as Frankenfield fakes it, throws it out to the near side. Catch made by Noah Hill. It's a foot race to the end zone, and Noah Hill is going to win the foot race. Touchdown, Owasso Rams.
Touchdown. Well, and there's no way he can make one more move at the end, but Tay Bethel down the field makes a fantastic block. Oh, boy, there's a flag all the way at the line of scrimmage on the far sideline. Man, what a block, too, by Tay Bethel downfield. Oh, man.
How can you have an ineligible man downfield on that? Coach Blankenship is looking for an explanation.
Well, and looks like Noah Hill on the replay there, he catches it within the line of grace.
That's what I thought.
Where you're allowed to be downfield so many yards on a short pass.
In any event, that will nullify the Noah Hill touchdown, which was a beautiful play. You still want to go back and watch that. You're right, Grant. A great block by Tay Bethel. As it is, it'll be 1st and 15 Rams at their own 45. They'll throw it to Hill again. He'll get upfield again. That's a face mask. There's no call as he's tackled by the helmet. He's going to be close to the first down, just a yard shy, as he moves the ball back into Norman North territory at the 41-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 1. Now Hill lines up in single coverage over on the far side. Frankenfield's looking for him. No, he looks for
Jaden Hall coming out of the backfield, kind of a little bit of a seam wheel route.
Intended for number 2, Jaden Hall.
Really good design play. He's open. Yeah. Jaden just not quite got his head around to locate the football.
And he'll come back on a 3rd and 1. He's probably going to get the carry to get this first down.
Nothing like you're running back 30 yards downfield and go, hey,
get the handoff.
Come get me one.
3rd and 1. Hall on the carry on the right side, and it'll be enough for a first down.
Jaden Hall on the carry.
Elon Reagan loses his helmet.
There's a flag.
Interesting call if they call this, because once you lose your helmet, you're supposed to disengage from the play. I wouldn't exactly call him engaged.
Hall had plenty of yardage for the first down.
Illegal participation.
Oh, that's what it is, Grant. That's what it is.
I mean, somebody does not want their Halloween candy till later. Bunch of weird calls kind of happening here.
Spooky.
Man.
The fans in the stands appear to be disgruntled.
Well, I think I've moved 3 times in the booth just to be able to have a vantage point through the window, and I keep moving back around because the ball keeps going back and forth.
Now we got another stoppage of play. They move the ball back to the Owasso 47-yard line. So for those that don't know, when you lose your helmet, you're supposed to stop play.
It's a loss of down, too.
And loss of down, so it is 4th down.
Coach Blankenship is really not happy. And he has a right to be.
Rams are going for it. They're going to launch one long to Colby Whiteman, who gets tangled up with the defender. And we got another flag.
I think we're going to get a little bit of a makeup call here and call interference. Maybe give the Rams a first down.
Well, we were moving right along through this 3rd quarter, and we have come to a...
Oh,
my
wow.
goodness.
Oh, we're losing it here on the home side.
Yep.
So that'll be a turnover on downs and yardage.
Yeah, you're gonna get some Marvin Gaye when you do that. So that is a couple of really tough penalties against the Rams.
Wow, what a weird just overall series there. Either way, it's time to strap up.
Norman North can get a little momentum going here as they take over 1st and 10. Kelly hands off to Mason, and he is wrapped up by this Ram defense. Ryder Karn in on the tackle early. Chris Ferris is standing in the area as well. I think there was another Ram defender in there I couldn't get identified. It may have been Christian Turner. And you get the feeling that Coach Blankenship's going to want to turn the heat up just a little bit here, at least through the end of the 3rd quarter.
If nothing else, that whole series was a wake-up call going, hey, don't let this get away from you. Because sometimes it's not always in your control.
Kelly at quarterback, Razuk to his left. Kelly fakes a handoff, quick throw out to the far side. The catch is made, and it's catch is made. The Fantasy was able to make that catch, but a great tackle.
Yeah, Cam Miller with a great pursuit out there on the edge.
So a quick 3rd and 11 for Norman North from the Owasso 48-yard line. Kelly with 2 players in the backfield with him, 2 receivers to the right, and now we're going to have movement against Norman North. That'll back them up 5 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 16. Should move the ball back to the Timberwolf 46-yard line.
Yeah, Steve, you can credit that flag on the Owasso defensive line with a really quick shift there as and Norman North reacted to it to draw the penalty.
So 3rd down, the Ram defense looking for a stop. Kelly looking down the middle of the field, and he's got a wide open receiver, and it's a touchdown, Norman North.
It's Aiden Williams, just a really wide open player. And just like that, we talked about Norman North being a second half team, and through a series of penalties and callbacks, now you look up and kind of, well, it is a 14-point swing. Negates the Noah Hill touchdown. And Aiden Williams able to get in the end zone there.
So on for the extra point attempt is Cooper Adams. His kick is up, and it's good. And in an odd series of events in the 3rd quarter, Grant, where you felt like Owasso was in complete control, it's now 35-14 with 3:33 to go here in this quarter. This is Ram football on your Owasso Sports Network.
On today's edition of Owasso Rams Trivia, the category is food. Now, for our first question, what are the 4 food groups?
Milk, meat, fruit, and bread.
That's correct.
Wait, everyone in Owasso knows that Charlie's Chicken Chunks are so good. They might as well be their own food group.
Judges, are the chicken chunks at Charlie's that good? That settles it. Go see for yourself at Charlie's Chicken on 76th Street, just east of Highway 169.
Well, welcome back to Owasso, where things have gotten a little bit spookier, a little bit scarier here on this Halloween night, as what looked like was going to be Owasso extending their lead to 42-7 has been called back, and Norman North has responded with a touchdown of their own, and now 35-14. It was Williams, a 45-yard touchdown pass from Kelly, 3 plays in a minute and 48 seconds. The kickoff is a squib kick, and Langendorfer makes the catch, comes to the near side looking for a block, and he's going to be just tackled at the 36-yard line, and if Carter Langendorfer is able to avoid that, he has a lot of room to run.
Well, and you expect Norman North after that score right there, you expect them to try to steal a possession somewhere. An obvious onside kick. The ball was standing straight up on the tee.
So the Ram offense, just when you thought this might be a moment in the game where we'd see some new players, Coach Blankenship's going to have to regain momentum.
See Chris Zafaris coming in the backfield, giving Jaden Hall a break.
Fake the handoff, quick throw out to the right side. Tay Bethel shakes inside and then to the outside. Flag on the far side. Probably going to be a hold against Owasso.
Tay Bethel, there's a flag down.
Unbelievable.
Rob, that might be your most interesting stat of the second half.
I think they're going to say it's against Norman North. It was the defender grabbing the face mask.
Kind of interesting. That flag came out awful quick.
Yeah. I don't know that it was on the tackle. I think it was on
the route.
Well, who was blocking out there? I think Tay Bethel was blocking, and the defender got a hand up in his face mask. In any case, the Rams catch a break, and it'll be a 1st and 10 from the Norman North 49-yard line. Frankenfield in the pocket. He's got to be looking for Julius Wilson. Julius is behind the defense and just couldn't quite catch the football. Made a great effort, but was unable to make that catch.
Man, and you're right. Julius Wilson just, again, with that same route he scored on earlier, just a streak route down the sideline, just smidge out of his reach.
See if the Rams do it again. Noah Hill here on the near side. No, it's Colby Whiteman. Noah Hill on the far side with Tay Bethel in the slot. Hand off to Zafaris. He gets a face mask. We got 3 flags in the backfield.
On the carry.
And this has become a disaster.
I laugh as I hear Jared Gallagher say there are 3 flags down.
Yep.
Everybody in the stands starting to feel that a little bit.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Holding, Owasso, personal foul, face mask, Norman North. Those penalties will offset.
So holding against Owasso and a face mask against Norman North. And the penalties will be offsetting. 2:46 on the clock. Rams leading 35-14. And they'll move the ball back to the 49-yard line. 2nd and 10. Frankenfield in the pocket, good protection, throws it underneath to Zafaris, and he's hit. Zafaris runs through the tackle. He's over on the far side, runs over another guy, looking for a third guy to run through before he's knocked out of bounds. And he's near the first down marker, maybe just short. And that's what you're going to get from Chris Zafaris. He is going to look for someone to run over.
Well, and it's good to see him get the football. He's done such a great job developing into a great linebacker this year. Played a lot of running back last season. Still nice to get the ball in his hands.
3rd and 1, Frankenfield. Hand off to Zafaris. Runs out to the left side. Stiff arm a guy down to the ground. He's got some room near the 25. Still pushing people. Tackled inside the 20. But of course, it's coming back as there's a flag on the field.
Well, I can't remember when I've seen something like this.
2:24 in this 3rd quarter. Brought to you by Eagle Window Tent. Eagle Window Tent in the 5th Avenue Business Complex. They offer 10% off all military and first responders, and all tents have a lifetime warranty. That's only at Eagle Window Tent. Third and 11 from midfield. Play being signaled in. Julius Wilson, Noah Hill on the far side. Hall, the running back. Frankenfield looking downfield. He's got a wide open Noah Hill who makes the catch inside the 30. And that'll be a first make of Owasso, 1st and 10. It was Julius Wilson on a deep route and Noah Hill on an out route. And the defenders got crossed up as Noah Hill was wide open. 1st and 10 Rams at the 29-yard line. Hand off to Hall. Off the left side, cuts back to the right. Gets about 3, maybe 4 on the play. Still trying to push the pile forward. Now Zafaris will check back into the game. Seeing a bit more rotation at running back here in this 3rd quarter as we're under a minute and a half to go.
Williams and Kolar in on the tackle. Get a 4.
2nd and 6. Zafaris on the carry, tries to get out to the left side and darts inside. No gain on the play.
Chris Zafaris, the ball carrier.
That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Josh Williams on the tackle.
Well, it just kind of feels like there's no energy in the entire stadium right now. Just nobody
honestly
knows what's coming next.
Well, the flags have taken any rhythm offensively out of the game for the Rams.
You're in that 4-down territory.
Frankenfield lobs it over to Sudbeck, and he's tackled immediately.
The pass is complete to number 5, Colton Sudbeck. Luke Adams on the tackle.
Adams on the tackle. No gain on the play brings up 4th down. I think you're right, Grant. You're in that territory where probably not going to.
I don't think it was a question.
We may not see another play here in this 3rd quarter as We're about to approach 10 seconds on the game clock with still 20 seconds on the play clock. And Coach B is going to let this run down and talk to his offense before this 4th down and 6 play. And that's the end of 3 quarters of play. It's Owasso 35, Norman North 14. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Imagine a free checking account that finally fits your vibe. No weird rules, no stress, just simple freedom. Visit okcu.org to learn more.
When it's time to celebrate a sweet Owasso Ram victory, nothing will do quite like nothing but cakes. From personal buntlets to individual buntinis for the entire team, you'll discover a bunt load of flavor for every occasion. Visit Nothing Bunt Cakes in Owasso, located in the Smith Farm Marketplace. Nothing Bunt Cakes, proud supporter of Owasso Athletics.
Welcome back to the Christian Brothers Automotive Broadcast booth. From check engine light diagnostics to full engine repair services, go see Ray Adcock and his team at Christian Brothers Automotive here in Owasso. Also, as we get ready for the 4th quarter, we want to thank our 4th quarter sponsor, Brew Coffee. With multiple locations in Green Country, Brew Coffee House is dedicated to providing the highest quality of coffee and fast service to our communities. Visit Brew Coffee House after every Owasso victory. Grant, you've got some numbers for us here as we enter the 4th quarter.
Yeah, through 3 quarters, Rams on the ground, 22 rushes for 134 yards. In the air, 17 passes for 17 completions out of 24 for 229.
Rams come out, line up quickly. Frankenfield looking to his left. He's under pressure, and he's going to be sacked on 4th down, and the Rams will turn the ball over on downs.
Looking back at that, that was 17 completions out of 24 attempts for 229. Rams getting a total offense of 358. Norman North, 27 rushes for a total of 46 yards. 9 passes completed out of 20 for 132 yards, bringing total offense 178 for Norman North to the 358 for Owasso.
So the Rams unable to convert that 4th down. And Norman North able to make a stand. They'll send their offense on the field, 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Call it the 32. Kelly in at quarterback. Fakes a handoff. Quick throw out here to the near side. Catch is made, but the tackle is even better by A.J. Roberts Jr.
It's complete. Tackled immediately.
Mason James on the reception.
Yeah, A.J. Roberts Jr. does a great job. He's got a man on him blocking him, gets off the block, and makes a great tackle for loss.
Loss of 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
So a loss of 3 brings up 2nd down and 13. 2 receivers out to the right side. Rams showing blitz. They toss it to Mason. The Rams had players over there. They string it out toward the far side of the field. Carter Langendorfer came up, made the first contact, and the tackle made on that far side. That looks to be Zarin McGill in the game.
Really good play call defensively by Coach Neal. Kind of a blitz on the far side. Blitzes right into the rush. And again, we talk about the spilling it to the sideline. Able to come up with another tackle for loss.
So that brings up a 3rd down and 17 for Norman North. Taking a lot of time, and they are 3 scores down. Kelly gets the snap, looks to his left, flushed out of the pocket. He's going to turn upfield, but the Rams come up, and quickly Peyton LeGrand comes up from the secondary, and Chris Safaris from his linebacker spot. That'll bring up a 4th down, a punting situation for Norman North, and the Rams will send Noah Hill back to receive the punt. Kohler with the punt. Line drive punt. Noah Hill takes a look, takes the punt, runs upfield. He's across to the 50, gets to the outside, back to the inside, and is just caught as he's tackled at the 35-yard line. But Noah Hill is electric once again as he's able to get the Rams about a 30-yard return, a short field.
Well, he just continues to impress us on special teams. Had a great run a while ago, got taken away on the touchdown completion, but he'll just turn that into special teams and good starting field position for the Rams as they start on the Timberwolf 35-yard line.
So Drew Frankenfield back on the field. Starters remain in the game. As I say that, Jason Mojica, the running back, gets the handoff, goes to the left side, gets about 2 on the play.
Mojica on the carry.
Penalties in the game so far, 9 flags against Owasso for 89 yards, 6 flags against Norman North for 58 yards.
Second down.
Call it a gain of 1 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 9. Now Frankenfield moves Mojica to his right. Frankenfield in the pocket, looking downfield, looking for Noah Hill, and Hill. It was a back shoulder pass, but Hill couldn't.
Yeah, pretty good coverage out there. A little bit of hand fighting back and forth. I don't think there was anything ill about it, and pretty good attempt trying to make that over this back shoulder, like you said. Just unable to come up with the catch.
Third down.
That'll stop the clock at 8:58. And 3rd down and 9 for the Ram offense. Got to think this is 4-down territory, so the Rams could hand off here. Boy, it was a really nice throw by Drew
Bit of a jersey
Frankenfield.
pull there.
Noah Hill was trying to reach back over his shoulder. Frankenfield in the pocket, under pressure, steps up, throws to the far side, and the ball is knocked away from Tay Bethel.
Complete to number 1, Tay Bethel.
Well, give him forward progress for the first down.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's a
That is
great
First
catch.
Bank of Owasso, 1st and 10. Tay Bethel doing his magic once again.
Really good job of fighting back through the football.
Fake the handoff to Mojico. Frankenfield rolls out to his right, throws it underneath. Sudbeck got some running room down the sideline near the 5-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds. All the defenders had followed the receivers deep. Colton Sudbeck coming underneath.
And another great block by Tay Bethel to springing him on the edge.
So it'll be a 1st and goal Rams from the 5-yard line. I hate to say they desperately need a touchdown, but a touchdown would certainly give them the momentum back and you would feel somewhat more comfortable. Hand off to Mojica. Tries to run up the middle, spin move down near the 1-yard line. He loses the football, but it's caused by the ground, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1.
Well, and that's a good teachable moment. Mojica does a little bit of a last-second reach. Probably a little far, but you don't want to turn the ball over, especially in a game the way it's kind of gone back and forth here in the 3rd quarter, 4th quarter early.
He'll stay in the game at running back. Going to come out of the sugar huddle. Frankenfield up quick, under center. Takes the snap, tries to push forward, and I don't see a flag, but the play was stopped. There's a flag here on the near side. I'm going to guess the Rams were leaning forward. No, they're going to have offside against Norman North, so the Rams will gain about 1.5 feet.
Which would technically be a touchdown-saving encroachment. I think Drew was in the end zone.
Yes. So let's see what the Rams do here. Frankenfield hands off to Mojica off the left side into the end zone. Touchdown, Owasso Rams on the 1-yard run by Mojica.
That's great for the sophomore getting in there, getting his touchdown. in a pretty big district matchup. And like you said, feel a little more comfortable now. It was just getting kind of weird there. Not enough. 7 minutes and 50 seconds in the game. Feel a lot better now. The Rams in control.
Juan Razo on for the extra point attempt. He gives the nod. Snap back, hold down, kick up. And it's good. 7:50 to go here in this fourth quarter. And Owasso extends their lead back 42-14. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Oh, I got my order wrong. This is me, Jessica. And this is Jessica, not my coffee. And my friend said, oh wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap. And I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
Well, the Rams able to cap off a 6-play, 35-yard drive in 2 minutes and 7 seconds, and it's Mojica with a 1-yard touchdown run to extend the Rams' lead back to 42-14, 7:50 to go here in this fourth quarter. Grant, you just felt like through that strange third quarter that Norman North was going to have an opportunity to find some momentum, and the Rams defense is able to get a stop, and Owasso able to get the touchdown as this kick bounces at the 15-yard line. Try to run it over to the right side and finally tripped up at the 32-yard line on the return.
There's a flag down.
Collier on the return, but there's a flag on the play. That will be, I believe, the 17th flag of the night, 18th. 17 flags. Let's go down to Jordan. And Jordan, what's the temperature like down there now?
The temperature is a little brisk, but I layered up, so I feel pretty good. And really everyone's happy down here with a 42-14 score. I want to go back for a second to that last series. I think you guys were spot on up there about there was kind of a lack of energy because of that disjointed third quarter. And I think that energy really came back from that Owasso defense after the fourth down stop. The defense, forced a 3-and-out, got off the field, and then the big return by Noah Hill seemed to really kick things up down here. So we'll see if they can keep it going in the last 7:42 of this game.
All right, 1st and 10, Norman North from their own 21-yard line. Fake the handoff. Kelly runs to the outside. He's going to keep it and try to push across the 25-yard line near the 26.
Joseph Kelly on the keeper.
If you just joined us, Kelly came in relief of Nash Henry in that second quarter as starting quarterback Nash Henry. Not sure what his injury was, Grant. He was able to get up and actually jog off the field, so quick throw out here to the near side, and the pass is dropped by Kohler.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. You got to wonder, too, on the Nash Henry deal. At that point, I think the score was 35-7, and I don't know if that's a situation you feel like putting your quarterback that's a little banged up back in a game.
Well, the other point that you brought up, too, is Kelly seems to be more of a running threat along with a passing threat, and he seems to have generated more offense since he's been in at quarterback. Kelly, low snap, quick throw in the slant. Catch is made by Williams, and that is going to be enough for a first down. Right at the sticks. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. High snap. Keeper by Kelly. Quick throw out to the near side. He bounces it into the face mask of a fantasy.
They're calling that a live football.
And then we got a late flag. That's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct. First thing we're going to find out if it is a backwards pass.
Wow, Ram
it
football.
Is a turnover. That pass was a backwards pass, essentially a lateral, and the Rams are going to get the football. And then the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Daniel Morris. Grant, you and I watched that game against Broken Arrow, and he got one in that game too.
Yeah, we talked about it being chippy to start, and then, of course, in a blowout win like this on the road, just a lot of emotion going on the field.
And we've said it all night long. It'll be a short field for the Rams as they take over 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Bryson Francis in at quarterback, moves Mojica to his right. And off to Mojica, he's going to be caught for a short gain.
Jason Mojica on the carry.
Body still falling on the turf. Tackle by Kolar. No gain on the play, brings up 2nd and 10. .6:13 to go here in this fourth quarter. Francis can run as well as throw. He keeps it this time. Goes left, back to his right, spins, tackled near the 5-yard line.
On the quarterback keeper. Ethan Ratch in on the tackle.
So that'll bring up
3rd down.
3rd down and 2 yards.
Rams doing some substitution. Andre Hardman in the game, senior wide receiver.
Rams taking their time. Francis with Mojica to his left. Hands the ball off. Mojica gets wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Mojica on the carry.
No gain on the play. That'll bring up 4th down. And let's see if Coach Blankenship will send his field goal team out on the field. We see Juan Razzo set up for what essentially is a little bit longer extra point attempt. Be about a 23-yard field goal. The left-footed kicker able to get the kick up, and it's through the uprights. So with 4:33 to go, 4:38 to go here in the fourth quarter, Owasso 48, Norman North 14.
There's barbecue, then there's barbecue. Trails Inn is the barbecue headquarters of the Owasso Rams. Owner and longtime Ram fan John Cash uses locally sourced ingredients, and their meats are cooked low and slow over pecan hardwood. Trails Inn Barbecue serves smoke-blasted barbecue that is long on flavor and short on pretense. Trails Inn Barbecue is here for all your dine-in and catering needs. Trails Inn Barbecue, located at 8888 North Garnett Road in Owasso. Proud supporter of Owasso Athletics.
Well, we appreciate our friends at Trails Inn Barbecue, John Cash and his crew. They take good care of us on those Wednesday morning coaches breakfast with Coach Blankenship, 7 a.m. I tried to give the Rams an extra 3 points. It's actually 45-14 as Juan Razzo, as I say that, it isn't Juan.
That'd be the other number 80, Daniel Worthington.
Kickoff fielded at the 22-yard line. Williams running the other direction and breaks out away from the pack. He's got room on the far side. On the sideline, a flag back in Norman North territory.
I think we had a block in the back.
So this one's going to come back off that good return. So some good news for the Rams. It's going to be holding against Norman North. That'll back them up inside the 20-yard line, or close to the 20-yard line. Hey, some other good news this weekend. Don't forget to set your clocks back tomorrow night. We fall back tomorrow night. Gain an extra hour. Did you have that on your calendar?
Well, I don't know if I gain anything when I leave work and it's pitch black. I'm not sure if that's a gaining anything or not, but yeah, sure.
Go to work in the dark and leave work in the dark.
That fun time of year.
1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Kelly with the handoff. Got a hold here on the near side, so this is going to come back.
And a big hit.
32, Chris Razook on the carry. Tackle made by number 21, A.J.
Roberts Jr. Razook is going to need to be replaced. You're right, Grant. He took a shot. But there was a hold here on the near side that freed him up. That's going to back the Timberwolves up even further. That's a great hit by A.J. Roberts. Just took the legs out from the running back, Razook. So Kelly back in at quarterback with 3 receivers out to his right. Hands the ball off. New running back in the game.
Kyler Stuples on the carry.
Kyler Stuples on the carry.
27, Will Baker. 32, Julian Carson.
Will Baker
on the tackle.
in on the tackle for the Rams. Senior night.
As well as Julian Carson. Getting him some too.
Kelly again on the handoff to Stuples.
Ball's down.
Oh, he did not hand the ball off. It was the keeper.
Ball was out
Kelly.
the whole time. It just never really had the snap. Didn't have a handle on it.
So that'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 15. Under 3 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. Kelly with 3 receivers out to his right, and then there's movement on the left side of the offensive line. And that will back Norman North another 5 yards. Joey Grable on the right side of that defensive line. Also Josh Mushrush, that right defensive end. Eric Johnson at the nose guard. Kelly in the pocket. Grable with pressure, and he gets to the quarterback. It's going to be a sack by Grable. As Kelly goes down near the 2-yard line. I mean, Grable came off that right defensive edge virtually untouched with a straight shot to the quarterback.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, just a free blindside shot. Kohler with not much room.
He'll need a good snap so that he doesn't step back out of the end zone. Noah Hill at the Norman North 40-yard line. Kohler gets a snap. Short punt. It's going to bounce. Noah Hill's got it. That's Joey Gray. I'm sorry.
Colby Whiteman.
Colby Whiteman back to receive the punt. That would have been fun.
Yeah, I would have liked to seen Colby
I would too.
return that a little bit. Just kind of a short kick.
So the Rams with 1:38 on the clock.
Touchdown at the 45-yard line. First down, Owasso.
Rams will come out. Starting on the Timberwolf 45-yard line. 1:38 here to go in the fourth quarter. Just kind of an outside-inside zone there. Mojica with the carry. Gain of 1.
Antonio Taylor.
See the Rams just try to eat the rest of this clock.
Second down.
Francis will keep it. And it's a good enough for another Ram first down. That right there should do it. Rams
This
should be
is
able
Ray
to stop the
Adcock.
clock here.
1 minute to go. And they will clinch this district and move to 7-2.
That'll give the Rams a first round bye and host a second round playoff game. Mojica just takes the snap up the middle. Gain of 4 yards. And the Rams will be content. Timberwolves will let it go.
Another big win for the Owasso Rams as they clinch the district with a 45-14 victory over Norman North. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, come back, and look at the final numbers of the contest. This is Ram Football on your Owasso Sports Network.
Hey Rams! Shields has your game day essentials for football, volleyball, cross country, soccer, and more. Plus all the fresh fits you need right in one place. From Nike to Hoka to Adidas, find all the iconic brands you love so you can feel and perform at your best. Our experts are here to help you get suited up with the gear and styles that are just right for you. Everything you need at Tulsa Shields, located at the Woodland Hills Mall.
Life is always in our ear about opportunities. Exploring them, seizing them, taking a moment to breathe them in. When speed is crucial and completion is the end goal.
We gotta move a little faster.
But sometimes completion isn't the end, but the next beginning. Tulsa's first, Tulsa's only, Level 1 Trauma Center.
Hey, I'm Keith 2, your hometown insurance guy. You know, insurance doesn't have to be confusing or boring. So if your car decides to tango with shopping cart or your home springs a leak, I'm the guy you want to call. In fact, I'm so confident I can save you money on your current auto insurance that if I can't, I'll give you $25. Yep, you heard me right. $25 straight from my pocket to yours. So when life throws you a curveball, don't stress. Just call me, Keith 2, at 918-928-4545 or visit me online at owassoinsuranceguy.com. Let us help you get the insurance you need and deserve for your family. Go Rams!
Welcome back to Owasso here in our post-game show. Steve Bowery, Grant Bowery bringing you the action here tonight as Owasso victorious over Norman North 45-14. Rob Williams working on those final numbers. Grant, while he's doing that, your overall thoughts of the game here tonight, kind of a difference in two halves, if you will.
Yeah, Rams are just completely dominant from the start. Came out hot, came out fast, just like you always want to. Really in complete control, go into halftime. Came out in the third quarter is what just got kind of weird. You're looking for Rams to kind of start hot in that second quarter, maybe get some seniors in a little bit earlier, but kind of some adversity through penalties and just kind of what we talked about, just unable to get in the rhythm. As I think, Jordan Corfage, do you have Coach Blankenship with you right there?
Yes, sir, I do. Joined by head coach, victorious head coach Bill Blankenship. Coach, big win tonight for several reasons. Of course, you clinched the district, guaranteed a bye. We get to come back here in a few weeks. Right. I know that's not the end goal, but how nice is it to be able to cross those things off your list?
Well, for these seniors, that's what I told them in the beginning, is we want to celebrate them tonight. I thought we did a great job of that, but the ultimate celebration is winning a district championship and being able to say we're going to be home in 2 or 3 weeks in that second round of the playoffs because they earned the bye.
Absolutely, and you mentioned at halftime getting some more guys in there. You were able to do that. At this point in the season, just how important is that? Especially like Jaden Hall, obviously took fewer carries tonight. How big is that?
Well, I think it's important for us to be going into Week 10, and we really are in good health. We've spread the ball around. We've got a lot of weapons, and I love what I'm seeing from the way that we're doing that. And I don't like the sloppiness of some of the penalties, but defensively we were pretty dominant tonight.
Absolutely. And lastly, you mentioned senior night. It's always special here in Owasso, and just you've been with this group a long time. How special is this group of seniors to you?
Well, it's a really special group. I've said it before, but we have so many of the guys that I would call program guys. A lot of them that have played and stayed without being starters on the field, and in their senior year they're getting to be impact players, and so that's a lot of fun.
Absolutely, Coach. Thanks again for your time, and go celebrate with your team.
Jordan.
Stephen Grant, back to you guys.
All right, Jordan, thank you. And Coach Blankenship, I mean, seems to be happy with everything that took place tonight. I know that third quarter just seemed to be off balance, kind of herky-jerky with all the penalties, couple of scoring opportunities, and those were called back, and that throws the momentum off. You know, you're hoping that you're going to be putting in your twos later on, but with the tightness of the game and not wanting to let Norman North get back in this, you had to leave your ones in there and really overcome some adversity even with a big lead.
Well, yeah, and you saw that big playability they have there after the negated Noah Hill touchdown, then turn around, turn the ball over, and they have a big score. I mean, just that's the way high school football can go sometimes, and you kind of have to cut that off while you can. And as much as you want to get some guys in and do some playing, you got to take the guys that got you there and kind of wrap things up, and they were able to do that.
Grant, let's look at the Tulsa Accident Care Center drive of the game. Tonight's drive of the game brought to you by Tulsa Accident Care Center. Get you back in the game after life's biggest hits. Tulsa's best auto injury recovery starts at Tulsa Accident Care Center. What sticks out to you is the drive of the game? I'm going to go out on a limb here and go, the Rams were up 21-0, and then they were able to get a 3-play, 52-yard drive. Tay Bethel's diving catch toward the end zone, 38-yard touchdown pass from Drew Frankenfield. I think that's going to be our Tulsa Accident Care Center drive of the game. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, just obviously he was getting kind of held there, good play, and then you're right, that just extends that score into that area where you feel a lot more comfortable, where it's not just a quick comeback score. So, yeah, it was kind of hard to pick some drives on those one-play scores. Rams starting in great field position all night long. But, yes, Tay Bethel, 3-play drive, good cap off to that.
Things that get lost in the numbers as we get ready to read those to you, though, are things like Noah Hill being able to make a fair catch or make a return. I don't know the number of return yards that he had. 93 yards in return. Grant, that's a game changer when you've got a weapon like that just on punts. That can get lost sometimes. Cam Miller has just been phenomenal coming off blitzes and tackles, but this Ram defense as a whole, anytime someone makes a tackle, we're looking at 3, 4, 5, 6 black shirts around the football, and I mean that's pretty exciting when you can see your defense do that.
Well, there's no doubt the defensive line with Taj Overton and Christian Turner and Ben Duggins. I mean, those guys are solid every week. But guys that have come along, you've asked a lot out of Chris Zafaris, switching to linebacker. A.J. Roberts Jr., what he's doing out here it's really watching him play has been a lot of fun. And then you're seeing the secondary kind of lock it up in the back too. And like you mentioned, Cam Miller and Ryder Karn, those guys are just all week to week seem to be getting better.
All right, let's look at those second. Let's look at the game numbers.
We're looking at the numbers here tonight. Overall, Rams with 32 rushes for 155 yards on the ground, 19 completions for 27 passes. Rams through the air, total offense. Rams had 60 plays of offense, which is interesting. Norman North had 56 total plays of offense, but the yardage, even though the Rams started in good field position most of the night, Rams with 409 yards to the Norman North 179, and of course they gave up that big completion down here for that second score for Norman North. So overall, time of possession, Norman North actually leads the time of possession, 25 minutes, 58 seconds to the Rams, 22 minutes and 2 seconds. A number we looked at tonight, a lot of penalties. Rams with 9 penalties for 89 yards. Oddly enough, Norman North 12 penalties for 108 yards. It just felt like that one drive in the third quarter, the Rams were getting smoked in penalties.
Yeah.
But overall, just kind of a lot of laundry on the field tonight. Looking down at the individuals tonight, on the ground game, Jaden Hall with 16 rushes, 85 yards and 2 touchdowns. Drew Frankenfield has 5 rushes for 34 yards and a touchdown. Tay Bethel with 1 run, 8 yards. Mojica, 7 runs, 10 yards, and he got him a touchdown tonight. Yeah. Chris Zafaris with 1 rush for 10 yards. Felt like a lot more than that, but I think he had a few of those called back. And Bryson Francis with 2 rushes for 18 yards. Through the air for the Rams, Drew was 19 of 27 for 254 yards and 2 touchdowns. And receiving for the Rams, Julius Wilson, 4 catches for 52 yards and a touchdown. Tay Bethel, 6 catches, 90 yards and a touchdown. Sudbeck, 3 catches for 29 yards. Hill, Noah, 5 catches for 74 yards. Had obviously a couple really good catches and a touchdown called back. And Chris Zafaris got him a catch for 9 yards. Looking over at Norman North, Mason had 12 rushes for 29 yards. Henry with 3 rushes for -8 yards. Kelly, we talked about him coming into the game. He had 12 runs for 16 yards and a touchdown. Razuk with 3 rushes for 12 yards, and James for 2 rushes for 6 yards. Through the air, Henry was 5 for 15 for 44 yards. Kelly came in the game a little more efficient, 5 for 7, 85 yards and a touchdown. And then through the air, receiving for the Timberwolves, James had 2 catches for 17 yards. Kolar, there's a big number tonight, 2 catches for 17 yards. Anytime you got Kolar getting pinned down for that, you'd be thrilled with your defense for there. Sure. Afanasiv with 3 catches for 13 yards. Mason for 1 catch with 6 yards, and that's pretty impressive. And then Graham, 1 catch, 29 yards, and then Williams, 2 catches, 50 yards, and a touchdown, of course, on that long catch out there.
So really good numbers tonight for the Owasso Rams. I think, as you pointed out, the one number that kind of jumps out at me was Ben Kolar, 2 catches for 17 yards. You and I had watched 2 or 3 different games this week and thought he was really going to be a threat. He is a threat, but the Rams really took him out of the ball game tonight, and
a lot of that was done by the defensive line and the pressure back there. I mean, they were just unable to make accurate throws and really have any time to get the ball off half the time.
Yeah, Kelly did a good job when he came in, but the defense just had Norman North on their heels all night long. Great numbers for the Rams as they clinch this district. Broken Arrow has defeated Edmond Memorial, and here's an interesting point here, Grant. Owasso, Broken Arrow, they're set, but Union and Edmond Memorial are battling over that 3rd and 4th spot. The Red Hawks defeated Westmore last night. They'll improve to 4-5 on the season and 4-2 in district play. So the Red Hawks, who started out with a lot of adversity, Coach Graham has them playing very well and still some spots to be ironed out. But for Owasso, they're in. They got the first round bye. That's what you want. But still got a game that they got to play next week as they'll travel down to take on the Yukon Millers. And it's going to be kind of a different game, if you will, because you want to go out, you want to perform, you want to get the momentum, but you hope that you don't have to leave your starters in the whole game.
Well, yeah, you talk about how important it is tonight. Got that bye coming up. But you got to go finish some business, but you don't want to have any injuries. And it's important to get some of these guys some reps too, because you never know once we get in the playoffs and how the team matchups we have coming up, it's going to be physical. So you're going to want to have some guys get some reps so you can get some breaks in some of those games as well.
That'll be the Rams down to take on the Yukon Millers on the other side of the state, the west side. That'll be a 7 o'clock start time, and so you'll want to be sure and join us. If you're unable to make that trip here on the Owasso Sports Network, don't forget Waldo's, the official watch party for Owasso football. 15 screens. You can go down there, and they'll be open till midnight tonight and tomorrow night. Final thoughts?
Just a really good win. Obviously, just clinching district. That bye week's going to be so important. Then the home game, get some guys some rest, and another good win. Good teachable moments, especially there in that second half. Good execution by the Rams, but we're looking forward to see these guys continue to play and develop week to week.
No tricks tonight, just a treat as the Rams come up with another win and move on to next week down at Yukon with a big victory here this evening. I want to thank you for joining us here in the Christian Brothers Automotive broadcast booth for this contest tonight. I want to thank Rob Williams doing the stats and running the numbers for us. Our Owasso Sports Network crew doing a great job. Brock Crawford, his team, and for my wingman Grant Mowry, I'm Steve Mowry. This has been a production of the Owasso Sports Network. It's Owasso 45 and Norman North 14. Have a great weekend, everyone.